Shut up and sleep with me. Come on, why won't you sleep with me? Shut up and sleep with me.
Clip it.
Welcome everybody for the show. Let's flip over there. It's me, it's Digger. I got my glasses back on. Cue people spurging about that. Oh, your glasses are dumb. Yeah, I don't care. Didn't wear them because I couldn't get my contacts in. Why are you wearing glasses? Now at this point, it's just for the people who fucking freak. It's just for the entertainment. Cripple and Canuck, how's it going? Sane Caesar, good to see you, sir. Welcome everybody on the chats, YouTube. Why are we not seeing YouTube in the chat box there? I don't know, but all right. You haven't unmuted yourself yet, dear.
5 6s. Hello, kids. How you doing?
One of these days you're gonna
Hi,
learn.
Saint Caesar.
One of them.
Yeah.
There's you really it behooves you if I could use that that
words
behooved. But if you had a way to like hear your voice, like, because I still fuck up on I'd still fuck up once in a while on Aaron's show because I have the monitor on, and so what I do is when I'm muted I turn monitor off, and so that way I can't hear my voice through the microphone. So if I can't hear my voice, I know I'm muted. If you could do that some way, we'd be good. I think you'd know.
It'd be great. Yeah.
Right.
I can't though. You do.
Quiz Kid Donnie Smith, I'd that your lady. It's a weird question. I don't know how to answer it. I learned the value of our FBI as, and it's absolutely nothing. Oh, well, King Kong Dong, that's good for you.
Yep,
Good
I
afternoon,
agree.
everyone. AI Digger, happy freedom or something. So now you're AI? I thought I was AI. I thought I was the one who was dead. I'm dead.
I thought I was AI.
Yeah, I've been accused of being dead, and now I'm AI. Like, so.
Oh, I've not been accused of deading yet. Just being AI, like I never existed. In the
I have
first
to
place.
say, if there's an AI that made teeth as bad as mine, then you have failed. So, Anyways, the official casting. Okay, cool. Don't really care. Like, I'll tell you when I care about the official casting of the movie when the movie's out. When I'm able to watch it and I'm going to see it, then I will give a shit about the about the official casting. Until that moment happens that I'm seeing the movie, the casting is it's fairy dust. It's not real. It's a figment of my imagination. If no CGI or AI, Raul Julia, not interested. Yeah, no, Raul Julia is not going to be in the movie. Who was it they cast? I don't. You know what? Now I'm getting sucked into it. I didn't want to, and then people are like, "Oh, Raul Julia." Now I'm like, "Well, who did they cast?" who. I don't really care. But yeah, speaking of FBI and CIA, we don't have too much to cover on the Epstein stuff. It is kind of slowly disseminating, not as fast as I would have liked, but it is kind of slowly reaching the edges of almost like prominent news media sources to be like, hey, by the way, in the middle of the night while everyone was asleep, they kind of said Epstein never committed any crimes and Ghislaine should be free. Turns out the FBI was looking for something they could not find. Evidence of someone killing Jeffrey Epstein once upon a time. Dude, there was a song parody in there and nobody will catch it. That's what I love. Started with the
Sounded
beginning.
familiar.
In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. And I just did the whole thing just faster out. Never mind. Anyways,
Sorry. It sounds like they've got a brand Nubian driving the garbage truck today.
okay, do you need to go for a moment? I can certainly facilitate.
No,
There you go. You're off the screen if you have to, if you do whatever.
Awesome. Okay. I'm just
Blah,
gonna...
blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so, yes, what are we, there's a fire truck in the Subaru. Okay, wait a minute. What? There's a fire truck in the Subaru. Hold on.
How do you get a fire truck in a Subaru? They're fairly small.
There's a fire
vehicles,
truck in the Subaru parking lot. I hope it's for sale. Oh, okay. We got, dude, King Kong Dong's comment moved up and I missed it. And so I've got a link to Digger's channel. Thank you, Balls Deep, for that. Digger will be live later tonight.
I'm back. I'm here.
I'm just looking at
They
your main
really do. They
screen.
must have a newbie driving.
Okay.
He does not know how to use the garbage truck to pick up the ginormous garbage bins, apparently. Because he's having one hell of a time. It's interesting to hear.
It's tough goings in the world.
very,
of
very,
garbage
very
collection.
tough going.
Thank you, Balls Deep, Mr. Q. How about real life Chun-Li? Which one? Oh, Monokarma. I don't know. Everybody, look, here's the whole Chun-Li thing. Everybody that's played Street Fighter that's a pubescent boy, or was at one point in time when they played Street Fighter, probably spanked it to Chun-Li. Maybe Cammy, but she, for some reason, still baffles the hell out of me. Kind of gets the second half. Not as much. A lot more people for Chun-Li. The little cute blue pom-pom girl. But yeah, what about the grown woman in army fatigues? She's too butch. Fuck. And I got to be called a fag just because I like Cammy. Like, well, I'm just saying. Oh, you're racist. No. Normally I'd go for the Asian persuasion. It's just this one time. I was like, send me the British bitch. Fucking. And then you start explaining to them how you over fetishize Asian women, and now you're in the same problem from the different side of the pot. It's just not fair. What do you want from me? Do you want me to be a race traitor or not? I can't pick.
Poor Johnny. It's such a hard knock life.
He had too many lead paint toys, Digger. Who had too many lead paint toys? Johnny spanks it to anime. Knew it. No. King Kong Dong, sir. Street Fighter is a video game. It is not an anime, sir. I did not say I spanked it to anime. I said I spanked it to a Street Fighter figure, which would imply that I had to pay 25 cents every time I blew a load. Minimum. Sir, what are you doing in this arcade?
I told you, kid, you can't play that game here anymore. It's too much.
Do you want to know the kind of claw game they can never take away?
Oh, no.
I'm going to get that prize. Anyways,
oh my goodness. Okay, I've got the chats up now. Hi, Wild.
yeah,
and
great. Now she's got the
and all
chats
the
up.
rest in
She'd get distracted.
Rumble. Hello,
by
YouTube.
all of them. King Kong Dong,
Brian
that
and
makes
everyone.
it more gay. Still, the point is, I was right, you were wrong, sir. All right? The point is, I was critiquing you, and I was correct. I think that's what we'll take from this. Is it time for tinfoil? Well, I mean, it's not time for tinfoil. We have Digger, and we have a bunch of theories we'll be talking about. Chun-Li Little Pocket Socket. I have no idea what that means. Good to see you, Mikey Two Milks. Checking the chats there. Real life Chun-Li walking in your sleep. Yeah. Oh, now my chat box caught up. That's great. Digger has squirrels. Has her squirrels up on the chat. Oh, that's fabulous.
Chat is
Fabulous.
the squirrels.
The chat
They
is
are now
the squirrels.
up and they are sidetracking me on both sides.
That's great.
I'm gonna have to get glasses like you and blinders so I don't see the
Or you
chat.
could not open them.
Oh, that's just rude.
Well, like I get that, but it's just you. Like I said, you
I know.
You can't.
I'm going to
you
do
can't
better.
Stop. I don't believe you for a second. Balls Deep. Hellsing is a solid anime series. Balls Deep. If you like Hellsing, please tell me you have seen, if not owned, some version of the Ultimate series. The Hellsing Ultimate series, by far, miles above the original. Way better. King Kong Dong simply asking for Bukkake chat. Not today, King Kong Dong. Not today.
You'll not be sidetracked
Well,
by silliness today.
well, you're here, so I don't believe that for a second either.
Not
I
shitty silliness. How about that?
silliness has to do with Bukkake or some other form of sexual act
Yes.
or animal fact. I never thought Chun-Li was attractive. New boot goofing. Well, Sandy Squatch, I mean, she wasn't. You were not her target demo, if I'm honest. Chun-Li's how shall we
true.
say attributes were not aimed at attracting you necessarily.
Yeah.
Unless you desire to cosplay as Chun-Li. I mean, then that's a different thing.
Yeah,
Negative.
and that didn't really happen back in the day like that. I don't think there was.
I'll pirate that
A lot of
shit
people.
tonight, though. What? What? Balls Deep? What?
You'll not. No, he's gonna go and find it and watch it like a proper person should. He's
Oh.
gonna go and pay for it and
Oh, I
watch
see.
it, and he's gonna
Oh.
enjoy it. Yeah.
Dude, I'm saying though, like for anyone that loves the Hellsing series, I'm not advocating what others may have advocated about your avenues of access, nor is it my place to judge and or criticize, because I have no bearing over you or how you spend your money. But if you love Hellsing, the Ultimate series is the best version ever. Like if you liked the original Hellsing series, I dare to know what you don't like about the it's longer, it's better, it's more in depth, it's more accurate to the original manga. It just flows nicer, it makes more sense. There's a veritable form of finality to it when it's done. We're like, oh, I guess we've kind of covered this and we won't be going any further. Alrighty. We've got a bunch of stuff to cover today, including we're gonna check in on Philly and how they're doing. We have a lot of stuff to talk about with the Texas flood stuff. I don't know if should we start with the flood stuff maybe? So we got 3 of those. So we'll start with the flood stuff, including let's do this time-lapsed video. And I will say this, because we were gonna go with your buddy Mighty Meat's version of this video. It's weird how hard it is to find this video.
Yeah.
Because we can
Finding
find
this video is fairly easy, but finding this video with the time elapse in the top left-hand corner, damn near impossible.
a lot of them have it cut out. And I didn't want to take Mighty Meat stuff because he has his own channel on Rumble, Mighty Meat. The mightiest of the meats.
Find me there every Wednesday.
You know what? I started laughing because of your little thing. Like I started laughing, but if I hadn't, I was going to be you hot like all these men's channels you go to. King Kong Dog, flood me, Johnny. Well, we're gonna flood you. Pirate is how I say purchase legally. Right? Yes, exactly. That's what it always stood for. All right. So yes, like we said, it's weird. Like it's not. I'm not like, oh, get your tinfoil hat. But it is. It's strange how hard it is to find this version of events. Can we shrink us? Maybe. I think we need to shrink us on these.
Yeah.
On these.
Yeah.
We far too often on this screen.
That's awesome.
Now
Get a you're
wee
like
bit.
a giant.
Well, yes, I am. All right,
There
here
you
we
go.
go. There we are. Now it's fairsies. Okay, so this is again 17, 11, 17. So this would be, God, I can't do math now. Because noon would be 12. So this is 5:11 p.m.
Yeah.
So
Shut up.
Oh,
and
dear
sleep
Lord,
with
I hit
me.
the wrong
Come
button.
on, why won't you sleep with me? Yeah, you
Shut
did.
up.
I went over here, and here's the thing. I full screened it. I dragged us, and I MS hand just drifted and drifted and drifted.
Aw.
And by the time I got to talking, I was over here on the other screen where I just clicked go. All right, so here we go. Let's get okay, so never mind. This is at 5:10 when this footage starts here. Footage starts at 5:10. We have people coming to ascertain the whoa. Okay, so 5:10, we're now at 5:16. So 6 minutes later, 6 minutes. And you've gone from, you could completely see the road. You could make it across, but it's looking a little heavy with water. Definitely go slow. In 6 minutes, that baby's gone. Not even. Yeah, 5 minutes easy. In 5 minutes, you have washed out the road entirely.
Yep.
In the first 5 minutes. Oh, dude.
It's another 10, 12 minutes.
No, not even another 10, 12 minutes. The first 5 minutes, the road washes out entirely. It doubles in less than 3 minutes. Less than 3 minutes later, the water level doubles. So I don't know where the main part of the surge is, but like I said, I'm watching this again. I hate to give you props when you're right. Unfortunately, this time is one of them.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll take it. No,
King Kong Dong.
It's the time. It's the time in the corner that really makes, because I mean, it's time lapse and you're watching their video and you're like, okay, sure, it's been sped up, so it looks wild. But when you're watching the clock, it's insane how fast it is.
Right. I did say balls deep. We got balls deep's $2 for the health thing, right? I think so because we mentioned the other one.
Yes.
So I just want to make sure. But yeah, no, it is crazy because again, it raises up in the first 5 minutes, and within another minute and a half to 2 minutes, it doubles. I mean, at this point, the swelling is impressive. It's gone up more and more. Good God, I don't know. Like, okay, so 23. So this is 13 minutes later. 13 minutes later. In the average time it takes me to take a shit, we have washed out this river entirely.
Yeah. And it's not done.
Brian the Science saying you've obviously never seen flash flooding in the desert. Well, no. Tarn's built a camp on a floodplain that is a valley. Happens all the time, says Brian the Science. Johnny, there are 17 inches of rain in an hour and a half.
Every 40, 50 years, apparently, with this one. The last time this happened is exact same river, exact same place, exact same Christian camp. Lost campers. It was in 1987.
Well, thank God they learned their lesson the first time around. That river has a full-on rager that will last for more than 4 hours. Yes, that's right, Balls Deep. This river has a priapism. Somebody call a doctor. All right, so I think this is kind of where it's kind of cresting now. I don't think we're going up too much more, or is it still rising?
No,
it's still rising.
Yeah.
It's still rising.
This is a half an hour into it.
The weird part is like, so we're seeing this river flooding us with all this water, but we are not seeing any rain.
No.
It's strange. I'm not used to seeing this in what looks like just a cloudy day. Like there's no justifiable reason for this much water to come out of nowhere.
Quite surprising to me too, just how.
So, okay, so we have
there's
other
no
videos
storm.
on.
Like it for me, I'm used to it. We get flash storms and all of a sudden, like we get flash floods here, not like that. We get flash floods here, but it comes because of the storm.
New Orleans gets flash floods.
Everything.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, not that kind.
I needed more beads. Anyway, so...
Oh, damn it. Trump's blaming me for the Epstein death. Gosh darn it.
Bitch. All right, so then I have a question.
Couldn't have been
do Do you believe the official story that the drones from the company that does cloud seeding had nothing to do with this?
No, I
But
don't
they
believe
went
that
out the
at
day
all.
before. They went out the day before,
well,
guys.
if you look back to about a week or so beforehand, they were doing the same sort of thing, and that's allegedly, just a second, potentially what caused the buildup that sat there and didn't move, the storm that sat and just built and built and built and didn't move like it normally would.
Because they
Apparently
seeded it?
that
Or?
may have been started by a cloud seeding thing that same company did just a week or so before that. So they may have done the build-up thing and then done another, and that's what set it off. Allegedly, tinfoil hat. There's a reason I'm wearing this thing, okay? Do your own research. It falls off my head.
MSO, she D20 was in on the cloud seeding too. Who's D20? Trump blames Digger 420 for Epstein's suicide, says Johnny's Walker. I did not know that. I certainly disavow. Fun fact, Epstein isn't dead. He's in Witsack.
That's my belief. That's my belief. He's sitting on a beach somewhere, just loving it.
Oh, yeah, but it's
young
not,
women
it's not,
massaging him whenever he wants.
Oh, I would entirely believe that. I'm more than willing to believe that with you. But I would not say it's Witsec. I would say it's probably, what would they call it? The Mossad retirement plan.
No, because the Mossad retirement plan is death. But I would say the powers.
Yeah, but you don't blackmail as many people as he did without having an out.
Well, right. No, he's. I definitely believe he's living on an island somewhere. He's got his little girls or young women to massage him whenever he wants, and Mai Tais and what have you. I do not believe for a moment that he's dead. Yeah, I don't think it's Witsec.
I love the justification, guys. He couldn't, no one could have killed him. All of the cameras in his wing keep an eye on him 24/7, and they only went down right at the time that he died. And if you look at the camera that faces the general direction of his cell, you don't see anybody.
10 hours.
Right. But for 10 hours, you can't quite see if anyone come or goes from the cell. Right, but you don't see anyone in the hallway. You created enough of a window. And the other thing is, too, is I know the fabrics that they're talking about, the prison fabrics that he was wearing, because they use the same type of fabrics in a lot of, hospital gowns and things like that. And and let's just say, I know how easily those rip. Quality? No, it's the same kind of fabrics that they make the heating vest that they give you when you have a stent in your heart, and they have you on the machine to do plasmapheresis or whatever fucking distillation they're doing of your blood. At any rate, they pull your blood out, they clean it out, they put it back in. You wear a heating blanket, and all it is it is a mildly perforated piece of paper fabric. And you plug a hose into the end of it that's quintessentially hooked up to a hairdryer. And you just blow yourself with hot air to help keep you warm, because your body's temperature drops from the blood being taken out, processed, and brought back in. It's like getting an ice bath. It's fucking horrible. But hey, I lost a lot of weight on it, and right about now, when I look down at my dick, I go, if they had to put one more stint in my chest. But no, the point is, so with the whole, he hung himself with I don't believe that those fabrics would hold his weight. I don't believe anything. I don't believe for a second. How did he know when the 10-hour window to take himself out was going to show up? That's awfully fortuitous. Because he was planning this, but we have no evidence of that. But then the minute the cameras went, I was like, the red light's out. Time to go. Mission Impossible. Because I'm going to no. Mm-mm. And the worst part is, if I could go back in time and be like, Jeff, don't worry. The truth that you did nothing wrong will come out if you just wait. Just think about it. The shame of all of this. Poor Ghislaine's been in jail this whole time. Jeffrey himself would be released on his own recognizance. Time served. What if you've done nothing wrong?
Now, one of the things I've heard, people are saying that Trump claims that there were no clients.
Yeah.
So there were no clients, there were no children.
There were no clients,
so,
no victims, no blackmail, no crime. Is quintessentially what it is.
So if
Trump got
that's
Diddy's
the
charges
fact-
lowered. Match Ball letting me know this is scary. Fun fact: Epstein was wearing those same glasses, Johnny, when he was found dead. Oh my God! These aren't his. These are mine. I had these before we caught up. Yeah, I had.
Maybe Johnny was the one that wasn't seen on the video that went down.
Well, just again, yeah, I rolled
And
into
you
my
took him
wheelchair,
as a trophy.
dude. Again,
You took his glasses.
no, but they
as a
said they
trophy.
were on him when he was found dead, so I would have had to take him after the fact.
Mm.
I would have had to.
True.
I would have had to come post mortem. And again,
and
I've had
snag
these. I fortunately have had these beautiful goggles since before Epstein died.
You better have picture proof.
I have no idea what you people are talking about. Oh, that's right. They don't like being what? Jeff had Crowder red lit. I don't know what that means. We're talking about Ghislaine Maxwell. Oh, says Los Federales. We're talking about Ghislaine Maxwell. Interesting.
Oh, hey, Los Federales.
William Barr oversaw that prison. He also got Bush Jr. off on war crimes after Iraq at The Hague. Balls deep. Fallen. I cannot. Viva Iran, says balls deep. Jesus, man. A King Kong dog, if I could correct you here, so they sex traffic kids to nobody. No. It's not that they sex trafficked kids to nobody. Nobody sex trafficked kids.
Yeah. There were no kids.
If you could believe that crazy horse hockey. I'm pissed. Yeah. Trump. Promises made, promises broken. Again, I'm
sorry, Wild. I'm so sorry, but this is something I've been saying for years. Either they wouldn't let him live to take a second term, or if they did, that was just proof to me that he really was dirty and he really did sell out to a certain family that runs banking in certain international places, like everywhere. And the fact that they nearly took him out gave me hope. It
gave a lot of people hope. Ironically enough,
that he actually said no to the overlords, but
shooting at him made him the underdog of America. Like that, like people said.
Shooting at
people
him,
literally said the minute it happened, like with the Trump standing fist pump raised in the air, blood down the side of his face from his ear, American flag waving in the background. They're like, dude, the election's over. He won. Like, boom.
I think that was his handler's way of telling him, you are not.
Well, then,
mortal.
Dude, how much
that's
do you hate the guy that set him up for that?
And everything after that was going to be whatever they wanted him to do. I'm sorry, but
I'm willing to believe that, but I have trouble believing they got an asset to take a pot shot at him who would then later lose his life for a warning.
No. The one who lost his life was just a pansy. He is for all intents and purposes, he is the oh shit. What's the name of the dude that they got in the library warehouse for shooting
Wapner?
Kennedy? What? Not Wapner. You silly. What's his name? Booth.
Riange.
No, that was.
John Lennon.
No, damn you. You know I'm bad with names. Don't do that.
Huey Lewis in the news.
The guy who they say killed Kennedy, that suddenly afterwards got killed by Ruby out of nowhere for, that's a whole nother thing.
Old MacDonald.
But
he had a farm.
Fuck off, you
E-I-E-I-O.
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you. Fuck you, Johnny. Oswald.
Cobblepot?
I think
the guy from Batman 2, played by Danny DeVito.
The dude that got shot on the roof that was so angled the FBI couldn't go up there. The guy that got shot dead there, he is the same patsy as Oswald was for Kennedy. it's already been proven there was someone else on the water tower. I know that sounds like a grassy knoll, but there really was a water tower, and there really was someone up on top of it, really was taking shots. Yes, Bowls Deep. It was Rubenstein, not Ruby.
You're getting
Yes,
so worked up about this. This is
I know.
awesome. It's like, there really was. I know what it sounds like, but there was a water
That's the
tower.
thing.
Those are real things. They exist. Towers made of water. All right? And there was someone on it. There were two of them. You're saying?
I love a good rabbit hole tinfoil story. I have been loving conspiracy theories since I was a child. I love the things that you just don't know and the shadowy things.
I love how passionate you are about them. That's all I'm saying.
True. So much has come true. It's hard to put this on sometimes because I know, like,
you're
if it's
just
6
so
weeks or
proud
a
of
month
yourself.
or 6 months, and it'll be real. But when it comes to JFK, I can take this off. We all know everything we're going to know. We know, and it was all a setup. And the same thing happened with Trump, and the guy who died was just a patsy, and no one of any real importance. I'm sorry to his family.
Yeah, I think
in
we
the
get
scheme
it.
of things. It's the exact same thing, and I think they did that, and then they told Trump that was us. You get in line, or the next one won't miss.
Okay.
And that's the way it is. In my opinion, that's how his whole term.
I believe it. I agree with
a whole
Bishop.
bunch of lady.
I agree with Bishop. Like Bishop says, it was Danny DeVito the whole time.
Fuck yeah, damn
it was
Danny
fucking
DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Always getting into trouble. Every time.
Is that the exact same hat, Digger? By the way, it's aluminum foil, not tinfoil.
Fair enough. It's aluminum foil, not tin foil. But for all intents and purposes, it works.
So you're saying the firefighter that lost his life in front of his wife and child is a patsy? No, Riding Dirty Llama. We're saying the perceived sniper is a patsy, and that there was someone else involved.
Yeah,
that's not what we're
the
saying.
firefighter was an innocent person just watching. What I was saying is the guy that got shot on the roof that was too slanted for the FBI to get up on. The guy who got shot on that roof is the patsy. And I think the guy who actually shot and made contact with Trump's ear was probably on the water tower. That being said, the man who lost his life in the crowd, he had nothing to do with anything. He was just an innocent dude there to support Trump. Don't misunderstand me. I'm talking about the dude that they blamed for the shot.
JFK pissed off a lot of people, including but not limited to the mob, the military, the commies, the intelligence apparatus, and Mickey Mouse. And God damn it, I'm not going to stand for this. I'll get that goddamn fucking bastard if it's the last thing I do. Marilyn, it's time to call in my dead.
Collateral damage, yes, Magic.
The marker that is your vagina shall be cast down.
It always boils down to Walt Disney. Every bloody time. I tell you.
What I got to tell you, after this latest exchange in the Middle East, was Walt wrong? All right. Digger, can you connect the dots of Vegas, Hawaii, and Diddy? Why am I getting the tinfoil hat? You got the wrong person. No, Lab Glass. I didn't support any of these. These theories are hers. They're not mine. Why are you putting that on my head? I have nothing to do with this.
Because I'm already wearing one. And I like that yours floats on top of your head like mine does because of the headset.
And it's striking me with lightning? I'm not enjoying. Why?
No.
Why cheese?
Oh, now you're getting cheese.
Now I'm getting cheese slapped. The indignity of today's show. Thank you for the sticker and the 100 bits. By the way, guys, because of just auto renews from Twitch and everything else, our $30 goal for today is down to 15.
You didn't say the magic word.
Now we're close to a hype train, and I'm scared. I'm scared because I have weed over there. I'm scared because I have weed over there, and because now I know that the the whatever. Please, for the love of God, do not play
Hi, Jesse.
that fucking chicken banana thing, whatever the hell it is. I don't pay enough attention to the internet. It's one of my flaws. I know. But for the love of God, Jesus, macaroni and cheese bits. I don't care. Just don't do it again. Johnny, the blood is on your wiener. No, it isn't. I was never circumcised. And I've never been a
Foil
cherry
hype
popper.
train, yeah.
It's not that I haven't yearned to. It's just I've never had the opportunity. All right. It looks good on you, says Magic 8 Ball. Well, thank you. All right.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Son of a bitch.
Here comes a train, a busy little train, rushing up and down on the daisy line. Mummies and daddies, the grandpas and the grannies, everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes a train, and here comes driver 10 too. Wah-hey! Here it comes, here it comes, here comes a train today. Here comes a train!
Last time I checked, we
can't
don't
fucking-
have a whole
fucking
lot of
blow
songs
smoke
that
right
feature the cowbell.
I can't.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Well, that's
Let's celebrate with a little tinfoil hat docking.
I think he means tinfoil hat docking, and no, that's not a thing. Thank you for the level 1 already complete on to level 2. 4.5 minutes to go.
Oh my goodness. Cracking, slapping, Labby,
Oh, so
Fettuccine.
I will link the Venmo and the PayPal and all that stuff. And if you want to support the show directly, you have those options as well. And if we buy out today before the end of the show, then we'll just count everything that Twitch makes to tomorrow. Otherwise, throw that in there. I have to do this thing now. Now I'm worried.
Chicken, banana, chicken, banana, banana, banana.
Why does it go whoop, whoop, whoop at the end? That bothers me.
You expect me
There's
to
no
under?
purpose for
I
it.
have no idea what any of this is. SH saying it's cute, whatever it is. I don't know what it means. Thanks for the
Thank you,
reminder to
Kraken.
renew, says Kraken Slapping. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for renewing that, again, kicking us off on a hype train that is now at level 2 with 4.5 minutes. That means I have 2 controlled burns to do with the doctor. If we get any $5 donations in Rumble chats, those will also be
Fiber collector.
doctor runs as well, while the hype train is in effect. So, in other words, I'm fucked. Balls Deep already linking all my shit. Well, I guess I better do that before I do the controlled burns, because otherwise Balls Deep's doing all this work, and then I can't let him do all the work on my show, or then I have to pay him. That's not a...
You have to pay him, yeah.
I can barely afford to pay me, and then if I make extra
Right.
money, I have to pay you. Like, that's how...
You do not have to pay me.
Yes, I do. What are you?
No, you don't.
What is
You
it?
have to pay me for my merch.
Oh, I'm totally paying.
That's
for
it.
marriage.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that.
You pay me in something, or you will pay me in something else.
Wait, whoa.
That's what we
It's
agreed, right?
5 easy payments of Dick 99. All right, there we go.
Yes.
There's Lab
That's
Glass.
the turtle panting on my face as we make.
Oh, yeah, I'm
jokes
sure.
about sex.
Yeah, he's panting on your face. That's totally what he's doing. He's not humping your chair slowly.
No, not at all.
I don't know where that horrible idea would come out. All right, so there is the PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs links if you need them, as well as the merch store. All support just goes to the show. We knock it all forward. We don't keep things. We moved the goal forward because we took a day off. I am glad to report that the AC is repaired.
Licorice whip. I said whip it.
I'm going to do this now because, well,
Okay, you do that.
every time I talk, it gets worse. So
It gets more. Yeah, they just keep adding to it. It's such a hard knock life.
all right, so we're going to see how that goes. We'll take another one in a second. So I'm going to say this. With the repair of the AC unit and the AC having ran for the last couple of days, swelling is completely gone. My right leg, my swelling is gone. All of it.
Oh,
Gone.
good.
Gone.
Oh, good. Please, show me.
your dick!
That's nasty. You're a pervert.
I love this audience. I do. Thank you for the 50 bits. You are amazing. It's sometimes it gets a bit much though. So so yeah, so I got the AC fixed, like my leg swelling went down. I had a very rare moment. Oh! Kind of like that.
Or that one.
Kind of like that one. 50 seconds left, 26% of the way into level 2. We'll check on that hype train and how much of our $15 goal it bites out. Lab Glass with another 125 bits after the brown noise there. Thank you for that 175.
Fuck off.
No, I'm busy doing a show. So yeah, I had a rare moment of clarity last night.
Oh.
I walked from my bedroom to the bathroom. Like I had to use my walker like usual, because my balance is so shot. But I walked completely unimpeded, lifting each leg.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, it isn't.
No?
Because it only happened that one time, and who knows why the fuck it did. It's not like it's a sign indicative of, or...
Well, no, of course, but
it's just a torturous moment to remind me that sometimes, just once, like I can't bank it for when I'd like to use it, like say at a public event, a friend's wedding, my daughter's graduation, or anything like that. I can't save it for then. No. One night when I had to wake up to have a pee. But hey,
yeah,
at least I got to the bathroom nice and easy.
You got to take the goodness where it is.
Yeah, but then I had to get out of bed this morning, and every walk is like breaking concrete with my legs.
Oh man.
Johnny's coming back. Did we go down or something?
When a problem comes along, you must jack it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Why is a friend upon to say it's this? Because it is. Because they wrote laws to say that, King Kong Dong. They have literally written laws telling you that. So it doesn't matter why they wrote the laws, and I don't want to go to jail.
All right.
Yeah.
Saffron, did you pee standing up? Well, now we're just getting personal. No, I did not. One, it's much harder to sleep while you're peeing standing up. It's way easier to do it while you're just sitting there. No, I meant your legs coming back. Oh, yeah, no. They're that's the fun part, is it wasn't my legs coming back, because then this morning, right back to you can't move these things at all. Just what they got two modes, on and off. Which would you like, on or off? On or off. That's it. I have to stilt leg it because I can either fully extend them or let them collapse. I am a controlled demolition every time I'm walking. That's what it is. I have to let my legs fall apart in the right way to throw me forward, and then I got to put them back on just in time.
Pull them together just in time to catch.
All right. Yeah. No. Thank you for clarifying, King Kong Dong. I suddenly got very worried. I was like, wait a minute. Johnny's coming back? Did our show go away? Oh no. I haven't even started talking about the Jews. I swear, boss. I swear. But yeah. So we have that video there from the Philly from the Texas flood thing. So people were talking about this. The death toll at 13. With, I assume, more after this came out. 23 girls missing from the Christian church.
I think there's 89 people missing and
presumed
68 bodies found now.
Well, if you're missing, like...
Hey. You just don't know. Missing is missing until you find that body.
Yeah, Canada. So get on it. Otherwise, maybe question those parents.
This is crazy.
Trudeau's brother was never found. Has yet to be found.
Me? Wow.
And he had evidence on the Clintons.
Well, no. We're supposed to make a sacrifice to those people. right?
Oh.
Like Kanye allegedly Kanye's mom was that sacrifice. Well, allegedly Turdo's brother was also that sacrifice. And the interview with Turdo and his mom after the search gets called off for his brother's body is very, very creepy and even downright evil.
This is supposed to be footage of rescuing people. I thought this was... Or maybe the rescuing one's the other one. So this is just footage of it. So yeah, that's just more footage from the Texas thing, I guess. The other thing we have is a story about... all right, so that's just more footage. All right, so this guy is a New York financer. And
90 dead so far.
And he
Thanks,
joined the
Shade for
Coast
Days.
Guard.
We got on scene.
He's again like I guess like in his everyday job, he is a New York financer turned Coast Guard swimmer. All right, right here. NYC finance bro became a Coast Guard rescue swimmer and saved 165 people over the weekend. All right, so
We were kind of battling with my crew on the 6553. We were kind of battling some pretty bad weather for maybe 5 to 6 hours before we were able to get on scene. Once we got on scene, we were boots on the ground. We made the decision to leave me there. We figured we'd be able to hoist more people out on our helicopter with me not on it, and then I'd be able to help out the scene at Camp Mystic a little bit better. Yeah, just a lot of people looking very scared, very tired, cold, missing loved ones, probably terrified, honestly. And I was just trying to be a voice of calm and triage these people and get them to safety as soon as we could.
all right, thank you 50 Cent for interviewing that guy. I really appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, 50 Cent who didn't say a thing.
Right.
Didn't have to say a thing.
No,
Just stood there nodding.
all right, so is that the same camp then? 165
Yeah.
people?
There were multiple camps along the way, along the river.
I just feel like
It wasn't just the one.
I feel like that should be a lesson you should only need to learn once, that you're too close to the river if it suddenly floods.
Like I said, 87.
Yeah,
1987.
that doesn't...
Exact same thing. The same camps, lost kids, exactly the same. Same camps.
And I'm sure you can't sue them or anything like that because they got like some sort of religious exemption. And you're in the Bible Belt where...
there you go. Yeah, Shade for Days is saying there's like 10 or more camps along that river. It's not just the one Christian camp.
So do you think
Camp Mystic had 700 girls.
the government, opened a dam on purpose, or did they make it rain? Says Bird Collector. I don't think anyone opened a dam. The argument is that a storm cell stalled over the area and dropped unprecedented amounts of rain. Whether or not a tech company that seeds clouds had anything to do with adverse effects that may have led to that, that's a question.
The tech company was there. It was seeding clouds.
The day
it was
before.
doing things. We have no idea whether what they did had anything to do with the weather that caused the flash flooding. But they were there and they were seeding clouds in the area in the days leading up to.
Yep.
Do
But
your own
by their own
research.
admission, they were seeding that day. They were seeding on the 2nd, so it couldn't have been the 3rd
No, they
or
were
the
seeding
4th.
on the 2nd, but they were also seeding about a week before that.
Well, the week before doesn't even matter because, like, my point that I'm saying is they publicly say seeding the day before proved that they had nothing to do with it because they seeded the day before and got the rains the day
2
before.
days before.
Not even
and
2.
those
July 2nd. Well, I suppose 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah. They did it on July 2nd. But allegedly tinfoil hatting it. They had been there about a week earlier, which caused that weird storm system that just sat there and grew and didn't do anything but sat and grew. And then on the 2nd, they went there and triggered that to go off. So they built it and then they triggered it. Allegedly tinfoil hat. Go do your own research because I'm talking out my ass.
Like I said, I go with the company's
keep that
public
on.
the company's public argument that we did not have anything to do with it because we seeded a cloud the day before. So how could we possibly have had anything? It's like, yeah, but that's the thing. You're seeding clouds on the 2nd, mass deluge on the 3rd and the 4th. But yeah, apparently That's all just crazy coinkydink.
Yeah. Yeah. That being said, I mean, was there someone cloud seeding in 1987 just before it happened? It's not. That was in 1987 that was not the first time that's ever happened there either. I mean, this is a thing that has happened. It's rare, but it does happen. It's a cyclical thing. So, honestly, I'm sure if they were doing shit, as they admit that they were doing shit, I'm sure it didn't help. But I'm very hard pressed to believe that they caused the whole of it. Honestly. I think it was just something that happens.
Oh, dude. Brett Mack
no,
from
King
earlier in the Rumble chat. I just saw this just now. I want because it's funny. What about that time you stood up to address the nation that we were going to war with Japan? That was President who was not J. Edgar Hoover. Fuck me. Roosevelt. Fuck. My brain's getting worse. Johnny had a Final Destination premonition. This would happen when he spilled his water last week. I didn't spill my water last week. The water spill thing was a while ago. We're still holding on to that? Cloud seeding 100% flooded Dubai. Yeah, dude, that 100% flooded Dubai. The question is whether or not it flooded Texas. And I would say yes, myself. But, again, the companies involved have said, no, we didn't cloud seed on the day that happened, so it couldn't have been us. Whether or not that's a valid excuse, I don't think so.
Yeah, like I said, in the specific case of Texas, what they were doing with the cloud seeding, I'm sure it didn't help things at all. But it's happened historically in the same location. It's rare, but it's not unknown. So it's yeah, I don't think it was what caused it this time around. In my opinion.
All right, let's put away the doctor. Thank you, doctor, for helping with the program today. We appreciate it.
And Brian's right. Dubai shows that it could have been the cause. There is a possibility there. And that's right. The proof, like what happened in Dubai, is proof that they can do it. They can fuck around with the weather.
In a dry river basin. Well, the companies that are doing it, I can't explain any of that to you. Again, my whole thing is farming. We know. Excuse me.
Farming. It's the most arid places. They want to get more water into those areas for farming and cattle.
I'm with Riding Dirty
That's
Llama.
why they're
Leave the
playing
weather alone.
Right? I'm with you, Riding Dirty Llama. Just leave it alone.
Brian saying, I don't think that seeding was the cause either, but I won't dismiss the slight chance. My whole feeling is not seeding being the cause, is seeding attributing to it. Like
didn't help.
It didn't.
Yeah.
Like again, the storm cell might have existed on its own without the seeding. It might not have stalled out. There's any number of ways it could have gone. We'll never know because again, they were cloud seeding on July 2nd, and this happened on the 4th. So you can't unfuck that pig.
Yeah.
Right.
We know we watched the clouds that we put the stuff in, and we watched them dissipate. So it definitely wasn't us. That's their stance.
See it once you've seen it, can you? No. There's a nightmare for you to be with me forever. All right. We taught the Palefaces the rain dance, and they got drunk and take it too far. Oh, T. Jefferson. They do this to the border of California to make it slide into. Can they do this to make it slide in the Pacific? That's not water. That's size. You need to control earthquakes for that. I don't think cloud seeding can do that.
You don't have to worry about controlling those earthquakes. The fault line in the Pacific here, it's been rumbling and bumbling for a good while now.
So you're saying it's getting ready to break away?
The big one that we were warned could happen at any day when we moved down to the coast in 87.
It better happen soon. Kurt Russell's getting old.
It might actually happen any day now.
Like Snake Plissken's getting crotchety, and according to the video that I saw him in, like California was supposed to break away a long time ago, and it was supposed to become like the Sea of San Jose or some shit with like the sharks in it and everything. Or is it, so
Yes, Wild is right. It's all psyops. It's all fear mongering to distract you from what evil they're responsible for. And that's exactly it. Everything, even if it's something they like, whether they caused it or didn't cause it, everything can be used to keep us looking over here when they're doing all their crazy shit over there.
I love it. T. Jefferson, Kurt Russell's getting old.
Yeah, he and Goldie are getting a little bit longer in the tooth.
No, it's just the joke there being is that you're old if you think Kurt Russell's getting old.
Oh, okay.
You're young if you think Kurt Russell has always been old in your entire existence. He's never been a young man. Then yeah, you're young.
Oh,
but
I
if you're
see,
someone
okay.
like me who remembers, like Saving Little Chinatown and things like that,
Yeah.
again, if you
Trouble
make
in
it,
Little China?
if you're someone who enjoys making a Snake Plissken joke,
Bird on a wire. Oh, okay. Is that because that sounded familiar? I just didn't.
what is it?
Escape from
No
LA.
Escape from L.A. or whatever, or Escape from
Escape
L.A.
from LA. Yeah.
No Escape is a different
Yeah.
movie with Ray Liotta, and Escape from L.A. is the one with Kurt Russell. I don't know why I put those two together in my mind for a moment.
Don't know. The original Houseboat, the best version Houseboat.
Remember when Florida was supposed to be underwater by now due to polar ice cap melting? Yeah, and it turns out polar ice caps have been melting, but I'm not hearing anything.
Well, you're not wrong.
Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. Thank you. It was Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. Thank you, Mussolini Diff. The dystopian version of
China.
LA doesn't look too bad compared to the modern day. No, the dystopian version in some ways
wrong.
looks better. Like it's got all of the same like lawlessness and everything else, but society has completely given up as opposed to embracing it. Like that's and sadly I count that as a win in their version. Like it's not that society was okay with this, it was that the hooligans took over. Whereas in this case, it's like the hooligans are like,
We're okay
no,
with it.
we're just gonna make the laws. And like, no. Don't forget New York and Alcatraz. Underwater?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think New York was supposed to be, but isn't Alcatraz an island? Like wouldn't it float? Or is it
No,
like
no.
connected?
I don't think there are many non-connected islands. I don't think there are many just floating masses of land that are completely disconnected from the Earth's crust.
I'm just checking.
I like no, he had to escape those places too. Oh, he had to escape New York and LA. All right. Hawaii is floating though. So then by definition, if Hawaii is floating, doesn't that mean that it's not completely disconnected? So then it's drifting. So then what keeps it in place? How do planes land on Hawaii? Its overall location could change if it's floating. So we could tow Hawaii closer to America.
There are islands in the Vancouver Island chain that are floating.
But what holds them in place? Why don't they ever move? So we could push them?
Know. I don't know what keeps them in relative place. I have no idea.
But
yeah, I'm like, yeah, the Vancouver Island. We say Vancouver Island, but Vancouver Island is multiple islands. There's a bunch of them. And yeah, it's
what keeps floating islands from floating away? Google AI answer me. Islands don't float away because they are essentially the tops of mountains or hills that are connected to the Earth's crust and the ocean floor. While some islands, like those formed by volcanoes, may appear to be separate structures, they are still firmly attached to the underlying landmass. What are floating islands? Oh, there's literally nothing about floating islands. What makes islands float? Light spongy tissue of certain aquatic plants and gases released into their soil, decompositing. Floating islands do indeed exist on 6 of the 7 continents, sometimes in oceans between them. These islands are kept buoyant by... All right, so yeah, but they're floating islands, but what are they? Floating islands are attached to the seafloor. Yeah, it says they're attached to the seafloor. I don't know if you disconnected them if they would still float. There's floating land in lakes that is connected by roots and vines and shit, but I don't think Hawaii is like that, says Mizzle T Shizzle. See, I'm fine. I have zero problem believing in floating islands. I just think if you have a floating island, you have an island that quintessentially nothing should be holding it there. Because boats float, and if you don't lock them down, they move. They don't stay in the same spot. King Kong Dong, you all are dumb. There are no floating islands. Well, I was operating under the opinion that there are no floating islands. But I'm not ruling it out. I'm saying if you're telling me there's a floating island, my first question is, well, then why doesn't it move? Because I feel like islands moving would be something we would know about because, again, it doesn't seem like common knowledge.
Islands like Hawaii are moving towards Japan at 3 to 4 inches per year. That's because of the Pacific Plate.
Yeah. Which they are attached to.
Which they're attached to, yes.
It might be a fucking dental floss thread of land, but it's still, again, they are locked down to the ground. Otherwise, they wouldn't be stationary.
Well, Hawaii is coming to BC, though.
What?
Yeah.
Hawaii is coming to BC.
In the case of the Hawaiian Islands, the Pacific Plate is continually moving to the northwest over the Hawaiian hotspot.
Does that mean we're going to import Japan?
Well, maybe eventually.
I think we're turning Japanese. I really think so. In like half a century.
Hawaii will become Canadian long before you become Japanese. Just, sorry.
Well, Japanese would just become Greater America. Let's just be honest. Look up Euros Island, says Mizzle T Shizzle. Now we're on an island trip. I didn't want to do this. All right, I'll look up Euros Island pretty quick here. Euros floating islands is the first thing that comes up. All right, entirely of tutorial read.
That's good. All I'm getting is euros.
English, my man. English. This is in Peru. All right.
Yes.
Attraction, Euros Islands. This is on a lake, I'm guessing.
Titicaca. Lake Titicaca.
Titicaca?
Constructed from layers of totora reeds. It's an artificial floating island. Constructed from layers of totora reeds, an aquatic plant that grows on the lake. The Euros people, an indigenous group, have lived on the islands for centuries, maintaining their unique culture and traditions.
Looks like shit. I'm gonna be honest. Either way, the important point being, while there may be such a thing as floating islands, it doesn't change my question of, well, why doesn't it drift away? Well, in the case of the floating reed island, there's roots that are locking it down. And in the case of Hawaii, like there is some land. Don't caca your pants. Too late, King Kong Dong. I already did. Now they have to be washed. The island is with many names, with many L's. Goes to the land of people who can't pronounce them. We go to Honolulu. It's an artificial island. Correct. The plates that have the islands attached to them are what is moving.
Or what are moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of all right. So we all made it. You should make Digger aware that she's got a thing for Kurt Russell. What red-blooded woman wouldn't, says Wild Saffron.
Kurt Russell was hot. but not too pretty. He was not pretty hot. Damn it.
What? And now I'm reading back in the chat. Anyone remember Overboard with Kurt Russell? Says Brett Mack.
That was my favorite.
Um,
The original Overboard was my favorite version.
and then Brett Mack. Yeah, Saffron. I take after Kurt Russell quite a bit. And then Wild Saffron's over here. Yeah, you should make Digger aware of that. She's got a thing for Kurt Russell. Like what you trying to skirt my lady to somebody else? Wild Saffron? I will not tolerate that in the slightest. I'm trying to import this Canuck, you son of a bitch. Like, let me. Don't ruin a good thing.
If it helps any, Brett Mack was quite the gentleman, and he said, "I'm good, Wild Saffron."
Oh, well, that's nice of him.
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
Nobody sees the retarded question is, do islands float? Slap your own face. Look, I didn't want to do it, all right? I denied the island floating thing from the go, and I didn't want to do it, so I looked it up to prove my point because people were like, oh, look it up. And so I did. What do you want from me? Overboard is a good movie. The remake? Just kidding. I've never seen the remake. Adam Sandler going
The remake, I
Overboard
never
was
saw
trash.
it, but
Oh, dude.
there's no point. They did it.
It was
perfect.
Adam Sandler? Oh, I really don't want to see it now.
Adam Sandler was in Overboard.
I don't want to
The
see
remake?
Adam Sandler in movies
No,
anymore.
now I really don't want to watch it. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see Happy Gilmore, too, because I don't want it to be bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm going to watch Happy Gilmore, too. I'm going to be critical, and I hope it doesn't suck. The chief had a dream that there would be a bird holding a snake where... What? A bird holding a snake where they needed to make their home. And he saw that in the middle of the night, the lake, and made an island to live on. Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably not accurate at all as to what happened or how that tribe came to be, but if I care. Going
Apparently,
overboard.
Kurt Russell has a huge dong. There you go. Breaking news from Rumble Chat.
Yeah, dude, I'm not doing this. I don't.
Hi, Alexi.
Yeah, I'm going overboard with Adam Sandler. It looks horrible, and I don't want. Oh my God, he got Billy Zane in it. Billy Zane and Billy Bob Thornton. How did you pull that off? I'm looking at the cover of this, and I wouldn't. In my wildest. Like, who did you owe money to, or who did they owe money to? It was more. Wow. 3 guesses lands on. All right. So we have other things to cover besides the fucking flood stuff. Oh dear
Yeah.
Lord, I closed one of the stories I needed to grab too.
Way to go.
Well, yeah. I'm getting confused. We're an hour into the show, and I still have like 4 whole stories left to cover, and one of them's talking about the Epstein stuff. So we're gonna do the Epstein stuff
Okay,
quick.
Let's do that
because
because we were already talking about
It's
him.
finally been getting through. People have been talking about it. Well, again, just to reiterate the point.
But in
I
this
love
case,
that they
in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable. Let's talk about the reverse. I believe in accountability. So you have to now go through your process. Now, I won't say they're guilty until they go through their time in court. But again, now it's time for accountability. We have seen for so many years, Pierce, in this country, many investigations, subpoenas, testimonies in Congress, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a general frustration with accountability. We take it halfway, we don't take it home. And I really believe that now with Cash and Pam, there will be accountability. But
There will be accountability. Guys,
Okay.
guys, let's go, as you know,
in this
to that
case, in Epstein's case, it is
to that accountability. Full cell video as evidence of suicide. Because, again, 10 hours of footage that just isn't there. proves that nothing happened. The internet had thoughts on what the DOJ released. This is what the internet preferred the DOJ's release to be titled as. Trump's DOJ and FBI conclude Epstein had no client list and committed, again, suicide. This is how the internet took it, how most of us took it.
Yep.
So, yeah. It's getting annoying to this point. It's like they don't realize that we have TV cameras and recordings, and we can like at a certain point. Like I mean, I'm sorry. How far does it have to go before people need to start doing something? Before you have to stand up and do something? Has that point already come and gone, and it's just a slow sliding slope of just begrudging, servile, just, well, I'm not okay with it, but I'll go along.
Well, pretty much.
Fucking.
That's all we've done.
Great.
That's all we've done. You get what you pay for.
I believe that as much as Johnny's Exotic Meat Farm. Well, hold on now, because you guys believe a lot in that. You go so far as to make up fake photographs and attribute things that don't exist to it. So shame on you people.
Us people, you went about making real T-shirts and mugs about the place.
For a store, because you guys said put it on a shirt. You said put it on a shirt. Make it merch. So I did.
Just propagating the idea.
Win with you,
this
jokers.
exotic meat. It's you.
Dude, all right, like, you can't use my merch store as an excuse. There are items on my merch store made entirely because people are like, dude, put that up on your merch store. Like, spoiler alert, I didn't ever want to have a Aaron, the Cucko the Clown t-shirt. All right? Cucko the Clown was a thing on his show and was an idea that I endorsed being made into a t-shirt. And someone said, well, put it on your store. And Aaron wouldn't put it on his. So just because I saw a brilliant marketing opportunity and something that needed to be a thing, I made the Cucko the Clown t-shirt. And I don't regret it for a second, though I'd never wear it for a minute in my life. But if you want to buy one, they're only $12.20 at the store.
Nice.
Again, Cucko the Clown available in yellow, black, green, blue, and Prison Bitch gray. So
yeah.
Cucko the Clown t-shirts, get yours today. But yeah, and that's how
Full Steve.
That's how the salmon pink gem exotic meat market shirt came into being. There's a lot. I'm gonna be
and we sold it.
I'm foppishly gay versions of this shirt. What was I thinking? There are very few manly with the black lettering. Do we have and the white lettering for those of you that want the white lettering, also available in red. I don't like the red with white lettering, but maybe people do. But either way, the exotic meat market shirt available for you. Have you sold any Cucko shirts? I have no idea. I can't track specific items. I have to go back and look at the monthly sales reports, and there haven't been enough. We had a bunch of sales right away when the store first opened up. And then after I fixed the shirt, I think I sold a Cucko one because someone wanted it in gray or something.
And Ryden got her pink
right
gem. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I see we have some super chats to address first. First we have to address some super chats. Epstein only sold veal. Oh.
Yeah. Well, after they messed up using the name or the term pizza, they had to find something else to use, and veal was the.
All right, we're gonna put that as 4.
Made sense,
and that means that 5 we can choose the rest of that to take that 5 off of there. So now we're down to $10 for today. Thank you very much, Fallen the Great. Did anyone else try any of Jose's pulled kangaroo at the 4th of July festival? I was so happy to finally see Johnny's exotic meat trucks in real life. You did not see, there are no exotic meat trucks to see in real life, sir. There are no exotic meat trucks to see. And so
you're so lucky.
Don't you stop these blasphemes.
Don't come to Canada. There are none in Canada.
These are blasphemies.
I've never seen one. I've never seen one because
they don't
Canada.
exist. There's no exotic
I don't
meat
know. I
market.
keep
We
hearing
don't
about
have
'em.
trucks. We don't
People
have trucks.
say.
I want to give 2 to the PASP gals, but they're pussies.
Who's the PASP gal?
Pretty antisocial podcast.
Oh.
I hate that I can figure out that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why
Yeah.
did you know that?
It's fucking secondhand exposure. I've never watched a second of their show in my life. I don't. You know what
I've seen them. I've seen them show up in a feed, or not a feed, in a clip. But yeah, that's it.
Ryan Dairy Llamas, yes, I got my pink tea. Johnny really can't stand, so I stand for him. That's some fun thing. I still have a couple of greens, but I think they're like in fucking teeny tiny sizes, so those probably won't go anywhere. But I do have some red shirts for the and it's like sprayed out sit with johnny-krutches. I have a couple of those in red in my travel case over there, so I will bring those with me to the anniversary party and the subsequent golf tournament. Why am I yawning right now? I don't know.
I don't know why are you.
I shouldn't have eaten lunch. I
It's
need the
just
hunger
gone
to
noon.
motivate me. But yeah, so those will be with me at the anniversary show and the golf tournament if people want to get their hands on those. I have to find the design so I can put them on the website so people can buy them without having.
And I'm still waiting for a men's fitted trust fall enthusiast shirt.
Oh, on the
Yes, I wanna
marketplace.
see-
Yeah. That's not going to be as
In the
hard to
merch
do.
shop.
That's going to be That's going to be probably a lot easier to pull off. The trust fall enthusiast thing, that's tied to a comedy bit. But all right. Anyways,
It's
Krutches
still funny.
got the Kurt Russell exotic hog. No, that's just a horrible lie. And keep getting people keep expecting me like I keep hooking up with ladies that know me from the internet because I'm so popular and famous, and they all say the same thing. They're like, "Fuck me with that horse cock," and then just as soon as I give it a go, they're just like what the. Yeah, I'm remarkably mid. Watch Squid Game all 3 seasons over the weekend. Everyone fucking dies. Well, thank you for spoiling it. I thought.
Oh, I never did watch that one.
Lexi saying the exotic meat market anniversary show will be fantastic. I'm sure. No. It's the Steel Toe anniversary show. There is no exotic meat market. It can't have an anniversary show. Plus, why would a store have a show as an anniversary? Like, hey guys, it's Hank's Tool and Hardware. It's our anniversary show. Because we've been here for 10 years selling you your nails, your hammers, your fucking ropes. Todd's uncle hung himself with one. Johnny sells horsecock. No, I don't. Jelly for the smelly. Don't sell any of these things.
No.
Roots Calhoun. Yeah, dude, is Roots in the chat?
Oh, hey, Roots.
Roots, yeah. What the
How you
hell's what the hell is a PSAP girl? No, PASP, Pretty Antisocial Podcast. They're a podcast.
And the
group.
fact that you know it and you can just rattle it off like nobody's business is funny.
The best part is
because you do not really pay attention to any of the drama things.
no, it's just
I pay more attention to the drama shit.
right.
And I
The
I
fun
find
part
it
is
funny that you know
well,
what that
Aaron,
means.
like Aaron talks about them all the
Easy
time when we
peasy.
come online. They're like, oh, they react to what I say and blah 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 blah. So Aaron talks about it all the time. That's how I was able to figure out PASP.
Okay. Like I said, I've seen them in clips from others. Like
I haven't even
I'm
done
pretty
that.
sure. Didn't they talk to Rippery or whoever, Mama JP?
I have no
JP
idea.
Garapi?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I saw them via Kino.
Eh, I don't know.
So yeah. Well, people are saying they like them. They watch them and they like them. So I'll go and I'll make a point and try and watch some of their stuff.
Barf Eater saying, Krutches, you going to ride a golf cart and drink beer during the Steel Toe Shindig? I'm going to be there reporting the scores. I'll probably bring my laptop so I can maybe do a live update stream if I have Wi-Fi access and stuff. But I don't think I'm going to be I don't do well with heat and stuff in general, so I'm going to stay wherever it's nice and cool, and I don't usually get hungover or anything, so I don't think I'll be
which
nursing
is
a
so
hangover.
weird.
Right? So I don't think I'll be nursing a hangover but I might have like, I don't know, I might have like a nice little. If I've been told to get the not poor boys, but the fucking good boys, the vodka seltzers, if they have them.
Okay.
So that's what I'm on the lookout for. If they don't have them, then it's either a screwdriver or a Long Island iced tea to sip on for a while and just call it a day. AC, I can do screwdriver. No AC, probably stick with the Long Island iced tea. Someone should bring Johnny an industrial AC unit. I don't think it needs to be quite that severe. I just don't do well with heat, so I'll be wherever I can roll my wheels into the shade. And I'm going to be taking. I can't be driving around or running around too much. I have to be there for people to report their scorecards in, which means I have to get there. I don't know, like however long a round of golf takes. I have to get there like halfway through the first round for the first people because again, I got to be there for people to report their scorecards. Aaron is supposed to get me out to the anniversary, but he's radio silent. He's going to look mighty stupid if he flakes on this. Then talk to him. It's
Los Federales is saying Johnny's Exotic Meat Market actually sponsored one of the holes at the golf.
No, it didn't. No, it did not.
Thing.
No, it
so
did not.
apparently the owner is going to be doing a meet and greet at the golf thing the next morning. Apparently, so that's going to be a lot of fun. That's really cool. I think it'd be nice to meet the owner of Johnny's Exotic Meat Market.
I have multiple sclerosis. It's literally harder for me to move in the heat. The warmer it gets, the more I'm like, all right, you want me to do what? Okay. No, I can't sit up straight. This isn't even me. I'm not controlling this. Like, no shit. I went out the other day. I told you about this, actually. You know about this, Digger. I told you I was going outside to sit outside. I went outside, and I couldn't sit in the shade, so I had to sit out in the sun. I almost couldn't make it back in because I used a walker to walk out there. My wheelchair was in the back of my car, not really accessible. And I was like, I'm not going far enough to need a wheelchair in the privacy of my own home. The wheelchair is a safety feature in public or for long distances. And that's it. Nope. Needed the fucking wheelchair. Barely made it back to the house. Almost had to crawl in, then kind of had to slink downstairs like some sort of weird fucking hip dysplasia fucking ferret. Just and then after I got down here.
You just got to play like you're like a child when you were a kid and you were sliding down the stairs. Just gotta lean back and then.
Yeah, but there's a difference. When you're a child, you heal from things faster. Broke my ass flying down those stairs. It's a crack right down the middle of it now. Just a giant crack.
It's the ones that have to turn about halfway down. Those are the fun ones.
Tell him 450 will cover all expenses and give him a place to put it at Roots. I don't know. He like, I don't handle Aaron paying people. Like, the most I can do is say that he's been trying to get a hold of you, like tomorrow during his show. That's literally it. I have no fucking idea. I'm not involved with that. Yeah, that's his stuff.
That's what Sesse is saying too.
What?
Just he said something in passing about reimbursing you for travel. So
yeah, he said something about that this morning.
It seems to be a thing. You just gotta,
I have no idea. I have no. He'll look stupid. I fucking don't care. It's not me. So I neither set this up, nor promised it, nor have a vested interest in it, like going good or bad. So, I mean, if it happens, awesome. If I can't control it. If it doesn't, I don't know. I didn't mean for this to be a thing. I was just talking shit.
I know, fucks.
Trying to bring that to your show. Oh, it's all good, dude. We're having fun. I always have fun on Digger Days because we don't ever get done with anything because everything just goes into some random freaking circle jerk weird thing where she perpetuates.
Do islands float?
It's all her.
Hey,
all right.
That's just the thing that derailed us last. It was fun.
Yep. All right. So I was talking about this earlier. To you, I think Philadelphia is not doing well. Their municipal workers are on strike. So the 4th of July, it got hot. It got hot. It got up to like 87 degrees with humidity. Real feel is like 96 degrees. I don't know how that works like in Canuck degrees. That's like 34 to like maybe 40s, I guess. Either way,
Sorry, what? How much did you say?
it was 87 degrees, but with heat, humidity combined, the real feel temperature was 96.
Okay. Is 36. That's not hot. I mean, that's hot, but it's not hot. It's hot, but it's not 40. We average 30 to 30.
All right.
Yeah, 30. I'd say average 30 here.
Well, at any rate,
So
do you do that while all your municipal workers are on strike? Thousands of
well,
city
no,
workers?
because we treat our municipal workers really well in the town that I work at.
Mm.
Yeah.
A
So
man's
no, that
not
wouldn't
hot.
happen here.
Well, I once, SH with your go down like a child. I once decided that filling my mouth with minty toothpaste and going headfirst down the stairs, it went into my sinuses and nose and burned like an MFer. Los Federales, dude, it's 40. It's not just the look. It's not just the heat. It's the
Right.
fact that
That's what I'm saying, Los Federales.
dude,
Come on now.
I'm not saying it's the heat. I'm saying it's the heat combined with just piles of garbage. Like the city of Philadelphia, it's 87 to 96 in the real feel. That's a survivable temperature. I'm not like, oh my God, how could you? I'm saying, how could you walk down the street in that heat when there is
33
this
right now.
this lining it everywhere?
Well, yeah, that's
Just
awful.
everywhere.
What is this? What is going on? Like, Philly, please speak to me. What is going on?
Hades.
Oh, it's I'll give you a hint of what's going on. It's because we have a capitalistic society, and there's a lot of good things, and there are a lot of bad things. One of the bad things about a capitalistic society is that organizations like unions can take control of municipalities, like the people who clean up your garbage, and they can argue because they're not getting a big enough check from all the people down low. That the people down low need to go on strike so they can earn better wages, so they can get bigger checks for the union. Do you understand how this math works out?
People what they worth. I mean, they're not worth these pennies y'all paying them. That's
right,
my views
but
on
the
strike.
That's my views on the strike. I bet you threw your garbage right here too, like everybody else.
Yeah, well, you can't keep it in your house.
It's just piles of garbage. Oh,
Yeah, can you imagine the cat litter?
cat litter, dude. Diapers. Oh,
The food rotting?
oh, it's all bad.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you
Yes.
got to worry about the goddamn the what do they call those things? The street raccoons that dig through the garbage and put it in their shopping carts and run away. Like just. And then the real raccoons that'll actually dig through the garbage. Are there any left in like this in like Philly? Like, do they have wildlife in Philly?
I'm very proud to be
Wildlife like
collar
raccoons and stuff will always survive.
Okay.
and hard working and trade and all that type of pro-union. So the people of Philadelphia, you know, if it sucks if this is what we have to do, but if this is how we got to support, you know.
This is how we got to
this is
support,
what we
you
gotta
know.
do.
I'm glad that your audio cut out, you piece of shit. If this is what we got to do to support, again, like, dude, if this is what we got to do to support these people, that's fine. But the problem is, again, the unions that argue these terms, the real worker isn't going to see the increase that you want them to see. As much of the money as possible will get taken up by the union and the people arguing it and everyone dipping their hands and stuff. The raccoons stay out of Philly. They got mugged too many times. It's set to hit 117 here on Wednesday, says Lexi. Well, I hope you're not in Philly, because if it's going to hit 117 with streets lined with garbage, oh dear Lord. Like, and that's blacktop. It's just cooking.
Yeah. Yeah. Jefferson, 96 Fahrenheit is 35 Celsius. We'll be hitting that today. I don't under it. That's not that hot. It really isn't that hot.
God, then you might like it if you come here, because we have to get to like fucking peak July, end of July, beginning of August, where we hit those really high temps. But then even then, by the middle of August, we're bringing it down. By the end of September, it's fucking sweater time. It's hoodie time to sit by the campfire as the leaves start to turn.
Gotcha.
It's a beautiful 77 degrees today, says Roots Calhoun. Nice. It was so hot in Toronto 2 weeks ago that the lifeguards at the emergency city pools went home as it was too hot, therefore closing the pools that were open to the public as an emergency. Guys, it's too hot. We got to open the pools. Scratch that. We got to close the pools because the lifeguards sitting in the sun say it's too. Can't we look, I know it might seem weird. Can't we let the lifeguards swim in the water? Couldn't they just take a dip?
Them some shade with some aircon or something? Some fans?
I just feel like fucking pop in the water, take a dip. I mean, you'll be fine.
Yeah. You think? Mind you, when they're open free for the public for emergency, that's an awful lot of people I don't want to share pool water with.
That's the one thing I can't do. Public pools. I did public river pool, like swimming, like as a young child. That was it. But it was like, like you were in the river, so it's like if you waited 5 minutes, it was all new water.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yes,
I grew up on the river too.
That's how things are going in Philly. Oh dear Lord, I didn't grow up on the river. My parents, like, one time they took us to it was like a swimming pool. It was on the side of a river. They had buoys lined out. They had a lifeguard on duty, I think. I don't know. All right. It was a long time ago, and it happened only once. And my family made a habit to move so much that I used to think we were in like witness protection until I realized my father was too dumb to steal from the mob. Let's close that. So we've got 2 things left today. Right. We did that. I'm making sure we got a Yep. So we got 2 things left today. I like this. All right, so you don't follow comic book movies very much, do you, Digger?
Not really.
All right, but you are aware of like the broad strokes of it, like the Marvel universe became a thing and it became like massively successful. Yes.
Yes.
Well,
DC tried and failed miserably.
Right. Well, okay, so I'll give you the updates I'll kind of give you the abridged history of then to now. All right, so DC tried and failed, and the architect or the person who had a lot of work and a lot of involvement in the original success of the Marvel franchise, a guy by the name of James Gunn, director. Okay. And so he wasn't like the singular person, I don't think, but he was definitely involved. He kind of got ousted with a lot of stuff, and so he left, and DC picked him up. And right now, Marvel is not doing well. Do you know why Marvel isn't doing well right now with a lot of their
didn't they go all woke and Hollywood? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So if you're James Gunn, who kind of got cancel cultured out of the Marvel franchises, and you move over to DC, you would think the last thing you would do is take your source material and change it and kind of put what some could say is more of like the wokeified stuff into that. Mm-hmm. Director James Gunn says Superman is about immigrants, politics, and basic human kindness. Or in other words, none of the things that make Superman Superman. It's
oh gosh.
Literally, talking to Variety, Superman is about an immigrant that came from other places and how we've lost the value of basic human kindness Yes, it's about politics. So in other words, Superman is here to argue on behalf of immigrants. I will say this. It will be funny to see a white guy give the Anthony Mackie speech. I don't know if you know what the Anthony Mackie speech is, but what? I was going to tell you.
I think so.
Yeah.
You tell me.
The Anthony Mackie speech is the, look, I'm a black man in America. I understand how it means to be held down every minute of every day by the system that's built to hold you down because you're oppressed because you're black. Even though I'm a superhero, I can't make ends meet. My family's little fucking shrimp boat is just going to go out of business. And oh, boy. I'm best friends with one of the smartest men in the universe who has the ability to buy buildings on a whim, but he certainly couldn't lend a couple $100,000 to save a brother. But yeah, no, so... Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. Ouch. And then, like, I tried to watch... I watched it in spurts, because I found that much like a cheesecake or a pie, if you cut it down to much more manageable pieces, you can get through the whole thing. So I watched...
That's the way I like to get my movies.
Right? I like to be like, all right, I've watched about as much as this as I can handle, and then leave and come back later. But yeah, so... I don't like. I'm sorry. Like, does nobody remember when Superman fought the KKK and everything else? Like, Superman was America's adopted son. Like, Superman might be from Krypton, but he was as American as like Captain America is for Marvel. Like his costume. Ironically enough, a lot of red, a lot of blue, and then the yellow part. But he was white, so it was like
but he was white,
right? And that's the thing. I was getting there, man. You had to give me a second.
Sorry.
And the best part is he was white and he fought against the KKK. But yeah, so just like I don't like how we can't update Superman like in the sense of, I don't know, a alien life form with a super space age alien suit might have a helmet, or just learn that day and age of digital cameras. But they're gonna do that too. The glasses he wears hypnotize you to make you think he doesn't look like Superman.
Oh, okay. They're not just
they're enchanted or something.
With glass lenses, they're magic glasses now.
And I want to say, like, the comic books, I have to be like, the comic books made that up at some point to justify the glasses. I feel like, because it is not widely understood or accepted, to the point where even in Mystery Men they make jokes at it. They're like, no, he takes his glasses off when he transforms, but still he wouldn't be able to see. And it's like, oh. The new Superman will watch a Tesla burn, punch someone wearing a MAGA hat for looking at a black person wrong. I mean, I don't think it'll go quite that far, but it's definitely going to be in those lanes. It's definitely going to have themes of, aren't we mean to the immigrants? They're just coming here from another galaxy looking to just have... And this is the problem. Like, if you want to tell that message, fine. But then fucking Superman has to come here with 13 of his friends, and it turns out all 13 of them actually work for a gang, and they start stealing people's phones and property. Superman just wants a good life, but a whole bunch of these guys are assholes. All right, anyways. Superman had an American background, working the farm, respect for our parents and strangers. Right, but he's from another planet, so he's an immigrant. So of course he'll be like, no, I'm not like these people who raised me, even though we share a skin tone, even in today's modern version of Superman. I relate to that poor dark fellow who crawled through a barbed wire with a cell phone and $50,000. Sir, where are you going with all that money?
Name brand sneakers and sweaters.
Remarkably well dressed. I'm turning into Donald Trump.
Remarkably well fed.
Again, like, that's partially because like they get a lot of assistance from the countries on the way up, wherever they're at, like as they're making their way up.
From what I've been told, that none of the assistance ever gets
not like government specifically doing it assistance, but like people have a vested interest in these people keep moving. So if they can give you a fucking cup of soup,
which is those same people that have a vested interest in keeping those people moving are the same people that give them the airplane tickets to fly over to Mexico, and they're the same ones who give them the
Oh no
name brand clothing.
no!
and-
I'm
and
talking
cell
about
phones
literally.
and
You're
stuff.
you're going way too big tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. I'm talking literally the people on the ground. They're walking by on their way to the border. Those people have a vested interest in everybody else. Just fucking keep on going down the road because they can't stop it. Their country does not have the financial, militaristic, social standings in the world
Right.
to fight it. So these people are fluxing into this place. If they don't go
I'd be
into
even less
America,
inclined to feed them.
right? If they
not
don't
gonna-
go into America, they're stuck on your doorstep. So like fucking like.
Yeah, but if I can't feed myself, I'm not going to be feeding these stupid people who.
Oh,
are
I'm not saying they're
freaking-
rolling out the red carpet. I'm saying that there are people along the way that are like, here's a bottle of water, whatever. Like they help them
Yeah,
along the
yeah.
way to keep the train
yeah.
moving. They just don't want them stopping there and staying. But
I know.
fortunately for
But
them,
if you
for the
keep
last
feeding
3
the
years,
wild animals, they'll keep coming back for the food.
yeah,
problem.
maybe that
Don't
would be the
feed-
case if the wild animals encountered a fence further up north and they couldn't keep going and they had to turn around. They'd go back for the food. But when it's a hole in the wall and you just walk through, thank you very much. Well, then I guess, this is a pit stop because the main buffet is still to come. All right. Superman was abandoned and adopted by Americans. I bet if he knew he had the option, he would have legally gone to a planet with easy visas.
Oh man.
All right, if we're gonna make this movie with these kind of hints, can we have God, who's Superman's villain's name again? Fuck. Not Hugh Hefner.
No, he's the bald dude. Lex
Luthor.
Luthor.
Lex
Goodness,
Luthor.
I was gonna get there.
Luthor,
yeah.
Luxor. Anyhow, so at the
Yeah.
Luxor, but no, my point is Lex Luthor. I want Lex Luthor.
yes.
I want Lex Luthor. He doesn't have to do a Trump impersonation or wear a wig. That'd just be for my own personal benefit. But I want him to ask Superman to self-deport to Krypton.
That's what Labby's saying over in the Rumble chat. Superman should be deported.
Well, he's saying Superman should be deported. I'm saying if we're going to make this movie touching on these ideals like it sounds like, then Superman needs to be deported to Krypton. You need to self-deport. Superman can self-deport. We'll give him $1,000.
$1,000.
But yeah, so my point is for
and
anybody...
a free air ticket to wherever he wants to go.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
so anyone thinking that the new Superman movie was going to be or the new DC thing, calling people who disagree with you jerks and saying screw them for disagreeing with you seems like a losing strategy for getting people to see your movie. Also, using Superman to virtue signal and lecture people about politics will backfire. Yes, it plays differently, but it's about human kindness, and obviously there will be jerks out there who are just not kind and will take it as offensive just because it's about kindness, but screw them, he said. Yeah, again, it's about politics. It's about your morality. That's the thing. Your morality and the politics you're putting on the character. It's not that anyone has a problem with the politics or the morality. You're putting them on a character where it doesn't fit. Again, he's supposed to be raised like he's raised as the Kent boy until he discovers his powers. And then he has literally alienated himself from the entire world. So it's like, oh, he's an immigrant. Fuck off. No, he's not. He's an immigrant. Yeah, but did we still get a tall, dark-haired white boy to play him? Beautiful, blue-eyed, dark-haired white boy? Immigrant, eh? Did a lot of people say, hey, darky, pull over? No, they didn't because he's not. Again, there is zero. How is he going to relate to the immigrant experience when he's raised by an American farm family in the breadbasket of America as a black-haired, white-skinned, blue-eyed person? I'm sorry. You are going to get the you're among the rest of your kind raising here.
Yeah.
I can't stand that, but we got to shoehorn this into that. Yeah, that didn't ruin one whole... the problem is, like, what is it? Is it a fucking curse with DC? They watched Marvel build, like the architecture of how to build like a cinematography like universe with the source material of comic books. And then they had it like solidified in like fucking gold plate with Deadpool. Like Deadpool showed you exactly how you go, no. You will make money if you just stick to what this is, because people want what this is, so give them that. And that's all they did. They made 3 movies, and they've all been very successful. The universe and Marvel kept dying because they kept going, let's just stick a little bit of our woke dick in it. Just a little bit more of our woke dick. Kathleen Kennedy or whatever her name is just kept going, no, but get it because it's about the power of women. And it's like, right, great. Look, we're grateful that you want to do that. But if you look at the box office numbers, no, guys, we're gonna take Stark's daughter and we're gonna replace her with a black lady from the inner city. That makes total sense.
You're not gonna let that one go for a good long time, are you?
Dude, it's the stupid... No, the idea that anyone just up and reverse engineers Stark tech takes away from everything that the character Tony Stark was. Like, Tony's... And, like, this is the thing. The character, just in the cinematic universe, the character Tony Stark in the cinematic universe was so intelligent that he helped develop a way for an alien AI to incorporate into a machine that put the world at mortal peril. You're telling me that guy that can do that, his technology can be picked apart by anybody who wants to just, I can rip that apart in a weekend with a blunt and figure out how it works? Like, no. I don't think so. That's not your average skill set. So this person that's going to reverse engineer one of Tony Stark's suits to pick up the mantle of Iron Man better be a super genius on a level that nobody's registering. And it just, again, you had it already set up for, didn't need to be a super genius, inherited the legacy. Morgan Stark could still be a super genius if you need to have women are just as smart as men or whatever your woke agenda is. Again, it's not the fact that they do it. It's the fact that they have it set up just fine, and then they piss on that just to go the extra mile. It's just meh. Yeah. Jelly for the Smelly Cool Kids Club. I don't know. Cool Clutch Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. This is Roots Cool Calhoun. All right.
Cool Crutch.
Cool Crutch
Clan.
Cool Crutch Clan.
Ain't
all right.
Nothing to fuck with. Yeah.
All right. Kathleen Kennedy is only in charge of Lucasfilm. So just Star Wars and Indiana Jones is all she gets responsible for ruining, says Mr. Q. Well, then that's still enough. I blame her for these two. But anyways, the Force is female. Actually, the Force is gender neutral, which is something you would understand if you gave it all about your source material stuff. But the Force is female is something a Sith Lord would say, you evil bitch. Anyways, anyhow. Magic 8 Ball, Roots Calhoun, Silly. The second K is Crutches, right? Crutches? He must have. Anyways, how many days are in a week, says Skunk Man. How many days are in a week? 7 days are in a week. Why? All right, whatever. I don't.
It's like an odd question.
Maybe I said so. I was ranting in a bit, and sometimes I get tongue-tied, and my brain gets all fuzzy, and things get screwed up. Who knows? Shit, I would have been fine if Rhodes became Iron Man. I feel like, and I get they can't all get a movie. Why couldn't fucking Rhodes just, like, why couldn't we had a War Machine movie, like a legit one, instead of just always making him a big character in the Iron Man movies and then never ever really broaching him ever again, except for the Avengers for 5 fucking seconds here and there. But at any rate, yeah, I haven't watched it. I've heard the ratings are horrible. I've seen previews for it, and I don't like any of what I see about it. And I'm like, you know what? How about I don't? How about I don't, though? And then I'm always fine with that. Iron Man will one day rust. Thank you. Who was that? Was that the American Century? I like that. Iron Man will one day rust. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is run by Stan Lee's daughter, who is just as batshit woke as Kathleen Kennedy. Great! That's not horrible at all. Oh.
Good.
Oh, that's bad. Oh boy. Either way, as Deadpool said in the Deadpool movie when speaking to X-Man Wolverine, aka Logan, welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You're joining at a bit of a low point. I hate how much Aaron was right about Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool in all of the movies, and thusly for him outside looking in saying Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool. So it's just another, it's like it is. And I hate it because I tried to, you know how I told you about, or actually we tried to watch that Hitman's Bodyguard movie with Ryan Reynolds, and it started out with like every movie he's in now, it has to open with a monologue. Like, I'm Ryan Reynolds, and I just, you know, and here's how it goes.
Dan Wilder.
Yeah,
Dan
dude.
Wilder.
It's just every single one. Yeah, I didn't need that pointed out to me.
He's always done it.
Yeah, but my point is, it works for Deadpool. It works for Deadpool because that's the way Deadpool is written as a character.
It works.
Without Ryan Reynolds in the comic books, that's the way he's written. That works for that. Okay. But now that I've had that pointed out, now I'm just like, Ryan Reynolds is a one-trick pony. Like, he's just a one-trick pony.
Why do you think he wanted to do Deadpool specifically?
Because his bit fucking stuck with that. Like, don't give me that smile now. Like, well. You sure about that?
I'm sorry
you sure about that?
See that. I'm sorry you didn't realize.
Didn't he just buy a phone company?
He's only ever played one character.
Ryan Reynolds lives in the fourth dimension, says Mussolini. He's only ever played one character. You know what? I have to completely agree with that. He's only ever played one character, Ryan Reynolds being this person in these movies. But I will say that character that he plays fits perfectly for the way you would do Deadpool.
It works very well in most of the things that he's been in.
I wouldn't even say that. When you notice it gets bad.
Waiting?
What?
Waiting? He played himself in Waiting.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
He played himself in Van Wilder. I'm going back in time. He has always played that character. He is typecast that character. He's just lucky enough that there was a bunch of those types of characters coming up in the 90s and 2000s. And,
I have a question for you. Did you ever work in the? I think I know the answer to this. You ever work in the food service industry? Didn't you? Work?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's why you love Waiting.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do in that movie what we all at one time or another wished we could do.
Oh, wished. Ooh.
I
used to be a chef.
Crimes online.
I used to be a chef.
I was a sous chef. I did not have that kind of control. I did not do anything.
Well, I'm just going to leave it at that. In fact, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything, but I will say, while not to that extent, oh boy, there were some events that happened, not frequently, not regularly, and not to do with any line cooking. Oh no! Just remind me to tell you some tales of working the wedding banquets. So
okay.
Yep.
T. Jefferson is saying he also actually acts in the Amityville Horror. T. Jefferson, he's not acting there either. That is the real Ryan Reynolds. He was not supposed to slap the kid in Amityville. He was not supposed to do that. He chose to do that. The kid was an actor, had no idea that was coming.
And he got this shit slapped out of him.
Yeah.
And then the director loved it. Then the thirst for blood was in the air. And so he's like, no, cut, do it again. And by the end of that movie, that poor kid was slapped to death.
But that
nobody talks about it.
Evil, awful person that he plays in Amityville Horror, I believe that is truly him. I don't think he's playing a character. I think he's playing himself.
In everything that he does, it's just, I'm Ryan Reynolds, but today I'm doing X, Y, or Z.
Everything that I've heard about him, he is not.
You know what I want to see? I haven't seen Amityville Horror, but if Ryan Reynolds is going to slap a kid, I'm.
Oh, dude! It was. I mean, I love. At one point in my early childhood, I had a room in the basement that
dedicated
had
to Ryan Reynolds.
Door. No, it had a door that opened like a swing like that and went into a crawl space, and that scared the piss out of me. Amityville Horror was one of the ones that actually really got to me, that really affected me, that I didn't just shake off. And he did a really great job in Amityville. He played the character, the person, very, very well. But I don't believe that was him acting. I just believe he was just pulling upon another part of himself that, doesn't necessarily get talked about for media purposes. But yeah, I've heard from multiple sources he's not a nice guy in real life. So
What? You mean him and the lady that, connived to ruin a dude's career? Like, oh, what? I want the slap scene. Give me the scene with the slap. I'm looking for the child slap scene, and I don't have it.
Yeah, see, I doing the Batwing is perfectly okay, though. Yes, Ms. Letitia. That is a very fair game to play. As long as you're washing your hands afterwards.
All right, so there's
now, don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed
Mm.
I think every movie I've ever seen Ryan Reynolds in. I've enjoyed everything I've seen him in. Very, very good movies. I'm sorry, I like dumb slapstick shit or stupid shit,
Imagine
but
Johnny
I enjoy it.
No such thing as a haunted house. Yeah, I don't really care. Ryan Reynolds' first Deadpool. She touches what? I have
Touched
no idea.
yourself to Ryan Reynolds' first Deadpool? No.
Chair wearing those stupid glasses. I don't know what you're talking about, Roots. The glasses will protect him from the glare of the water as he floats away. Right? Yep, that's the plan.
Right? Yeah.
They can't all be Keanu Reeves, unfortunately, who is chill as a person.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Johnny, you gotta stay out of the water.
Nice.
I guess there's like I saw a tub scene. Is there a river scene too? I guess the water. I don't know. Anyhow, James Gunn. This is a weird tangent to get off on. James Gunn is going to sink the DC universe before it starts because he's already made Superman a woke thing that a lot of people are just gonna be like, eh. And we'll all be called racist and insensitive for not supporting it. It is a really nice kind of like victimhood to set yourself up with. Like, no, we want to talk about this message and really get this message out there to people because they're going to go see this movie. So we have to do this message. And so then when that message fails, it's not the message's fault. And no, it's the crowds are assholes.
The crowds, yeah.
Just Jesus.
Crowds aren't woke enough.
Is the healthiest way to prepare punk. Norm Macdonald. It's good to know. It's good to know.
I like that.
Keanu is a great person all around. Yeah, but that, like, AP, I have a theory on that, though, too. I have a theory on that, AP. Keanu Reeves is a great person all around. But if you look into his history, he has suffered a lot of personal loss, like family, friends, fiance. Like, just go down the list. Baby? Oh, dear Lord. I didn't even know about the baby.
Sure, she was either pregnant when she was hit, but for some reason, I'm thinking they had lost the baby shortly before the car accident that took her life. Let me double check which way, but there was the baby.
I hate to say this. I hate to say this. God, I hope she lost the baby before the car accident. Because, like, losing the baby sucks. But losing the baby and the lady at the same time, oh boy, does that hurt.
If it was stillborn in 1999.
Okay.
Yeah. They separated after the loss, but remained good friends, and then she died in a car accident in 2001. So yeah, they lost the baby. It was stillborn in 99.
And then they separated after that. So either way, it's still, it's just, it's people he's good friends with, emotional ties to, loses a slew of them, like one after another, if I remember correctly. So it's just.
Well, that was 2001. Yeah.
Yeah. Just boop, 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 boop. So it's just the guy doesn't get a chance to recover. And the fact that he survived it is amazing. So the idea that
Yeah.
he's humble, I'm like, well, dude, how much of a fucking kick in the dick that money doesn't mean anything and be a decent person because you never know when your fucking number's up. How many times do you need that message served to you on a platter before you finally get it? And he happened to do that while simultaneously being a good actor. And yeah. Also, I found this out too. A really good guitarist.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Like, I was so stoked to learn that, like, dude, the part I love about this is that if you ever made, and I would murder somebody if they did it, like, anytime near now and didn't do this. If you made a cyberpunk movie about Johnny Silverhand, who in the cyberpunk universe is now portrayed as Johnny Silverhand by Keanu Reeves, like, that's the most iconic version of him that anyone could think. It's a literary and figment of somebody's imagination in a world that existed before, but now it's Keanu Reeves. That's Johnny Silverhand. If you did like a movie with Keanu Reeves and fucking had him as Johnny Silverhand, he could do the guitar parts where Johnny Silverhand is just a punk rocker, if you will, for lack of a better term, and just like stirring shit up with the crowd and everything. Like, you could have him do those parts and play the songs. Like, I'm just a nerd. Anyways, he wasn't stillborn. He was playing Frozen tag, and it takes serious. Oh, Keanu Reeves
was supposed to unfreeze him, but he never did.
And the guilt sits with him to this day. To this day. Watch the documentary "Living John Wick is Pain." Okay, Digger is showing too much skin for my taste. Covered up hard. Well, it's a little toasty in her neck of the woods.
It is very warm. It is summertime.
Summertime, and she doesn't have much AC. So unfortunately, she's got to unleash her titties. Why are you complaining? It's tasteful. It's tasteful, sir.
There. Now you don't see my bra straps.
Do you know how many shows you can go to see a fat dude without a shirt on? Like, I mean, dude, appreciate the better setup you have here at the very least. And you can have a cameo from Punky Brewster. I don't know what that means, Jelly, for the spelling. I thought Reeves did the Silverhand guitar stuff in 2077. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I know for a fact he could if he didn't. I
knew he played guitar. He used to hang out with Phoenix. Dude, he hung out with a bunch of them in that bar.
Okay.
At downtown Hollywood.
Wow, now they're fighting over you. We need something about Johnny's glasses. Enough. No, we don't. You guys have been trying. It's like, again, like, I stopped wearing them those days because I didn't have my contacts in. Where are your glasses? Like, fuck off. There's no, like, I've come to terms with there's no winning. So now I pick whether I wear them or not. And I just like watch now because I wore them. People, oh, your glasses. If I don't wear them, if I come in tomorrow with just my contacts in, like, oh, where are your stupid glasses? Like, I thought you didn't like the glasses. There's no winning. Whatever. She doesn't have a garden trowel or AC. Canada sucks. No, you're not. It's not she doesn't have a garden trowel. It's just they're illegal to use. She's armed and dangerous when she has a gardening trowel.
I had to hide.
What we have here is a failure to communicate. Honestly, the old jersey is worse than the glasses. The old jersey. It's not old.
That's a Deadpool jersey.
I literally, this isn't even a year old. I bought this like 6 months ago. Because there was a Deadpool one and there was a Spider-Man one. And the Spider-Man one was in a size that was perfect for my daughter. So my daughter got her Spidey jersey. Daddy got his Deadpool jersey. And we wear our jerseys together sometimes because we're lame and gay. And shut up, it's awesome. But my point is, you can hate Deadpool, but old jersey, sir. I will get them at the golf tournament. They will be mine. No, Couch Scam Sam. I pointed this out before. The fall kind of really broke it right there. So I don't know that I want to bring them to the tournament out there. I have crappier ones that are similar to these, that are safe to drive because they don't cover your eyes and all that bullshit.
They don't actually have blinders on
they
your
were like
peripheral.
$12 and they're from China. So I'll be wearing those. If you steal
Thank
those,
you, Sandy.
Congratulations.
The Viper Bar. It was River Phoenix. Thank you. Johnny Depp. They all used to hang out in the Viper Bar. And jam. Keanu Reeves was there a lot.
Johnny without his glasses is like Greta Thunberg without her fetal alcohol syndrome. Wait a minute, what? Should only be worn in New Jersey. Did gravity kick Johnny's ass again? I don't know, a little bit. The glasses maybe a bit. The glasses got busted when I fell a long time ago. That was with the
water, right?
Yeah.
When you spilled the water? Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
that's
a while ago.
that was why I was upset. Like a variety of reasons, like a whole bunch of shit going wrong. And I know I didn't express it the best way at the time. Believe it or not, when you've fallen and you've had a momentary loss of your sanity because you've just had it happen so many times and it's happening now at the worst possible time, and you got whatever. I'll get both sets of glasses. They need to be destroyed. No, they don't.
Fecal alcohol syndrome.
Fecal alcohol. I've never heard of that one.
Too.
I've never heard of fecal alcohol syndrome.
Me neither.
Is that when you give yourself like an alcoholic enema? Anyways, I guess we'll get to this one. So you used to have a family member who loved baseball, right?
My mother loves baseball, yes.
So you're familiar with a little seventh inning stretch action.
Oh goodness, yes. Thank God for that seventh inning stretch. Any sport that goes so long that your audience needs to be giving a period of time to stretch in is too long. Shut it down.
Yeah, but do you know what they do a lot during the seventh inning stretch?
They try and entertain the folks. I don't know.
Yeah, but how do they entertain them? I'm just curious.
Same thing as hockey do.
They sing a song. They sing a particular song.
Basketball.
Take me.
Oh, they sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's an internet personality, and
oh no,
this internet personality decided she runs I think it's the Call Her Daddy or Call Me Daddy or whatever. Call Her Daddy. I don't know, whatever.
Oh,
so yeah, one of these very women empowered podcasts. So she
okay.
She got asked to come out here and sing in front of Chicago.
Her daddy and CEO of Unwell, Alex Cooper.
Hold on. I love, before we get to Alex Cooper's lovely rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, I love that we had somebody who has a auditorium voice, like kind of projecting, like, all right, and now the host of Call Her Daddy, like, that just sounds so bad.
Her daddy and CEO of Unwell, Alex Cooper.
All right, Daddy Gang and Cubs fans, are you?
Oh no!
Okay. Is this going to be better or worse than Roseanne?
I have no idea. All I know is that it's definitely a bad start when you have to say, all right, Daddy Gang. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's go.
You've never seen something like this before.
And there might be a reason for that.
A 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
I mean, if you were just gonna shit on it,
really? Yeah.
Dear Lord,
is she?
It
is
seems
she trying
like it.
To be, or is she just that bad?
Is this when Aaron passed around? Was passed around?
Bobby's on peanuts and crackers. Jack. I don't care. Never come back.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, it would
I'm
have been
uncomfortable.
better.
I'm like, seriously, I'm staring at the tablecloth in front of me, messing around with my freaking foom because I'm uncomfortable at just how bad this is.
Right, which is why you're going to hear the other 20 seconds of it.
Oh God.
But I'm just saying right now, I feel like we could have done better. God, I'm trying to remember his name. I had it and then I lost it. Son of a bitch.
SH is
The Cubbies, if they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old game.
Why the fuck is this lady a thing?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Why does she have anything to do with the baseball?
I get she shouldn't, and in fact, that's kind of what the general response to her performance has been. So yeah,
She has 1 billion more subscribers on her channel, right, Johnny? Oh, okay. She has 1 billion more subscribers than either
guys.
of us.
I give you Harry Carey's "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
No.
See, like this still isn't as bad.
Play Roseanne. Go find Roseanne.
Oh, Roseanne, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
No, actually, I don't think she's saying that.
No,
she
she did the national anthem. That's a different.
It was horrible.
That's grading it on a different. That's a different level.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is there?
The "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" one isn't as serious. There's a little bit more room for goofing around with it, but because it's not like
I don't know.
Yeah. But either way,
I think SH is right. She said she was I lost it then. Roseanne was better, and then this girl's trying to be funny because she's afraid she'd suck if she actually tried. I think you're right. Near the end she was actually singing, not trying to be, and she held the tune. You know, she was okay.
But at that point they were already booing her. She got booed out of Wrigley for that. Like And no offense, you should get booed out for that. That's I can't stand people that do the stuff like this. You're gonna go there, you're gonna put yourself out like that, but you're gonna be worried if anybody likes me. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
If you're gonna jump up there and do that, then you have to not care what the people think, because nobody's unanimously liked. Period. End of story. Nobody on the history of this planet has gotten a yes vote from everyone. There's always going to be dissenters. So, all right, we are 313. I have to check where the goal is at because it's sitting at $10. So we probably kicked it out with Twitch, but I have to check and make sure I'm not missing any of the old PayPal's, Venmos, Streamlab, boob tubes, all those before we load those up. And what are we moving? Nope, not important. Don't really care. Load that one up. All right, we're good. It's time for a crisp, clean, ice cold Budweiser. All right. Couch Scam Sam. Harry Carey is greater than Johnny. I didn't say he wasn't. Will Ferrell did great as Harry Carey. Thank you, American Century. I don't know what Couch Scam Sam's problem is today. Dear Lord. Harry Carey's better than Johnny.
He seemed to be a lot happier when he was cleaning or when he was scamming pools.
Yeah.
Now that he's scamming couches, he seems like he's not as happy. Just not enjoying life as much.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is.
Roots Calhoun laughing. Yeah, dude, her rendition was bad. We used to ride our bikes to Wrigley and sit outside until they let us in. Games we didn't care. Take it easy, bud. Okay. You too. I'll be here where you came to me. All right. We have our second hour stories. When did I say you weren't goofing? I said you seem weird.
Oh yeah.
Can't make people happy. All right. So
You missed a good one from Brian.
which one?
Well, Brian was saying literally Wrigley Field is next to Boys Town. All of the guys outside do musicals in their spare time. Roots said, "You're half right, Brian." And Brian came back and says, "You're right, Roots. The other half the guys cannot get a dick out of their mouth long enough to sing it."
Oh, yeah, that is funny.
Yeah.
So that's what Roots is laughing at. Ah,
That's
yes.
what Roots is.
Now,
yeah.
thank you for cluing me in that. I'm a diehard Sox fan too. Well, that certainly means you pick a team. Roots, the gays took over the area in the last few years. That entire North Shore is consumed. Oh, I did not know that. Then Red Sox could take on a whole different meaning. Woo! Anyways,
Oh man.
did you catch the NASCAR race driving downtown Chicago over the weekend? That would have been interesting. I do a ton of work over there. Oh, dear Lord. So then he knows. Well, let's grab our second hour stories. I'm not going to bother bringing up the GoFundMe thing today. We'll worry about that tomorrow. We already have an hour and 15 left in the show, and we have our second hour stories. We haven't even gotten to the third hour ones. So we're going to talk about a couple of different things. You have never heard of a musical road playing actual songs. You've heard about like highways that have like melodies to them with their like rumble strips. Well, we have a story about one that apparently that it plays Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, and I'm going to see if I can find a video of one where it plays an actual song. Because I know I've seen videos on like YouTube of it, and I'm sure there are. So we'll grab that. Our first story, though, is the fact that betting markets are in disarray because of Vladimir Zelensky. He apparently no, dude, don't don't sign me up. What the heck are you talking about? I didn't need to be signed up to get this article originally, you dickbag. All right, betting markets. Markets. Zelensky.
You boys in the chat are making me hungry. King Kong Dong's making Caribbean jerk chicken tonight for dinner.
Oh,
and
that
Ruth
doesn't
says
sound bad.
I'm making Greek chicken. It's sitting in lemon and oil right now.
I like the Greek idea better. We'll
And
go with
then-
that.
Ribeye, steak, and baked potatoes. That's like you just keep getting better. I would love to do a steak and potatoes, steak on the barbecue today. Oof, that would be lovely.
Ha. Found it. I found a way to do it.
Nothing but meat and flame, and salt and pepper.
All right. Pause. Go back. So, a crypto coin, major cryptocurrency prediction market placed odds on Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky wearing a suit before the end of June at just 3% on Sunday. Unfortunately, the last few days of that bet, he was seen like this. And now there's a lot of confusion over whether or not this counts as a suit.
We've been able to do that throughout the conflict, and will continue to do so for the rest of the conflict into hopefully.
Now, I'm saying not. We talked about this earlier. We both agreed firmly not suit, because those are
Not a
tack pants. Those are tack pants, and those are still those stupid shirts that he wears. So, I'm just a man of the people.
They're just black instead of green now, and he's got the army boots on.
In fact, I'm more pissed because this is even further from the suit and the whole point of the suit of it's like you're a person of power, of finance, of reform, of all this other shit, whatever, wealth, and you can't wear a fucking suit. Like, no, dude, that's not.
I wondered about that too.
And so,
come on, guy.
I don't buy the whole I can't afford a suit thing. I don't buy that at all. But this whole look with this jacket is even more kind of, oh, I can't afford to get a matching suit. I can only afford to get a jacket. I'm just a poor downtrodden Ukrainian. It's like, no. You're at the top of this pyramid scheme on your side of the pond, my friend.
You
might
got
not
so much money funneled through yourself specifically. Those so not cool.
Again, when all of this is over, he's going to retire to his mansions with his cars and everything else. And it's like, oh, I guess I fucked over the Americans. Oh, too bad, so sad. And no offense, he's able to make his money. I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, I wouldn't do it if I were him. But still, my good man, just represent yourself like a decent supervillain. Just put on a fucking suit and tie, matching pants. It's not that hard to do. Yeah. Average American Joe Schmoes whose money has been getting funneled into your bank account via your country's assistance and aid and everything. All that crap.
Least you can do is dress up.
Yeah, least you can do is look nice. If we're paying for it, we want you to look nice, sir.
Yes.
And of course,
the part that I love about this, we're getting off track. The part that's so amazing about this is that, again, people are like, duh, he wore a suit. He wore a suit. I bet he'd wear a suit. Like, that's suit adjacent. That's suit adjacent. We're not ruling it suit. It says I'm fashionable, but I like to be handcuffed to bed. Aw. I thought it said I thought it was a suit that says it takes his pants off to play the piano with his dick. Wagyu is so good, especially when used in hot and spicy. Sukiyaki is amazing. Yeah, but you like that spicy stuff. I don't know that I like spicy stuff. And that's why I don't get down with like jerk chicken and stuff, because jerk is good, but there's always a heat to it. Spicy jerk. And I don't know. Even just Caribbean
My
jerk.
tummy doesn't like spicy.
I generally didn't care for Caribbean jerk meats either. Now that I think about it, I haven't had a whole lot of them though, so my experience is extremely limited. All right. Anyways, how easy we moved off of that one. That news breaking Vladimir Zelensky story. But yeah, so Zelensky still refuses to wear a suit, and people are not happy about it. So there you go. Let's clear that off of there. Okay. So I'm gonna look up some. Let's see if we can find musical roads. Oh dear Lord. No, go back. In fact, close this one out. Holy Jesus, what the hell was that?
It's not the weirdest theory I've heard, American Century.
What?
I don't think I agree with it, but it's not, the most wild theory I've ever heard.
You know what? I'll take this. If his theory were the thing, I would at least feel not better about it, but not as bad.
Yeah.
Like that would make more sense. It at least would make more sense. A North.
Right now, we know that they're just funneling money for themselves.
I fucking love AP. A northern white can't handle spices. Color me shocked. I can handle spices. It's not my preference. I've had pad thai. I've had spicier pad thai. I've had spicy pad thai where the people who introduced me to pad thai are like, that's spicy. And I'm like, eh. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. All right, so there's a couple of musical roads that we have here. This dude has like a 49-second video, so that's pretty quick.
Okay.
I'll read about this one, then we'll go to that. Where was the holiday home? Oh. All right, so road rumble strips are set up to play Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in the UAE Emirate of Fujairah or whatever. So they put this in so when you drive over him, it plays. It's these things. It's these white strips here. They put them in so when you drive over them, your tire hits them, and the depth and the size of the strip determines the notes and things.
The sound, yeah.
So this is ridiculous that they've done this, but this is, again, how far society's evolved. So now we can just fuck around with roads. So we could do things like this.
Okay, just east of Albuquerque, there's a length of Route 66 that has rumble strips cut into it. That apparently, if you drive 45 miles an hour, it'll play America the Beautiful. So here we go. Okay, set to 45 miles an hour. Hopefully, I can hit this.
It is.
That's way cool.
All right. Well, thank God we got all that wind coming through your mic, and you didn't bother to. So yeah, no, that actually. Oh, what?
That's awesome. That's so cool.
So yeah, there's that one. Let's see if Hungary's Musical Road will sing to drivers. All right, we got one for Hungary. So yeah, Musical Roads. I can't believe you've never heard of these things.
That's cool.
I can't believe you've never heard of these things. The chat's apparently getting onto its own thing. Let's figure out. I can't take spicy anymore. I had to go a bland, restrictive diet. Now I have zero tolerance, says SH. Charring the steak is a Bulgari sauce. Charring the steak in a Bulgari sauce makes it way better, says Brian the Science. What does it play at 90 miles per hour? Well, I feel like it would play the same song at half speed. So that one would be America, America, God share his grace on thee. So like at AP moaning noises. Oh wait, no, I have a video of someone that drove that same highway at 45 miles an hour. Let me grab it. All right.
Oh, Wild is saying there's a road that plays Highway to Hell.
All right, I'm gonna look for that in a minute. What the fuck?
Right, Jesse? That is cool.
Frog. All right, so this is apparently this is how it is when you do 90.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
That's how it sounds when you play it
Gotcha.
at 45. That's if your steak is not rare, you're wrong. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much King Kong Dong. That reminds me of my old WoW guild raid leader. Like, if you're not doing this, you're wrong. If you're not doing that, you're wrong. You mean in cut time or double the speed? I don't know what he means. If you spell your steak.
If you sped on the thing, you'd speed up the song.
Your steak. Okay. I don't know what. KKD, I'll take a hockey puck. Now we're just getting confused. Steak and Ollie, remember that place? I don't.
Steak and Ale.
Steak and Ale?
Mm-hmm.
How did I get Ali out of that? What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I did.
I have no
Steak
idea.
and Ale. I never heard of it. You know what? I was excited and disappointed to see Crooked Pint in my own town. I thought that was like a thing, and it turns out it's like a chain. And now I'm like, that takes. Because I went to the Crooked Pint once somewhere, and I was like, this felt like a place that had. Actually, I think it was in Rochester. It felt like a place that had like its own atmosphere and its own identity. And then to see another one, I'm like, oh, Never mind.
Yeah.
Ale.
Crooked Pint is bingo Tuesday nights, Johnny. Ooh, there you go. The Crooked Pint is where the bingo goes on.
I'm remarkably close to Tuesday night bingo.
There you go.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I was going to say we should try and go. Put it on the list of things to do when I come.
Oh, when you get here, you want to go to bingo? You want to go to bingo just so you can scream bingo and hear fucking King Kong Dong in the back room? Son of a bitch!
Yeah.
And then immediately hear somebody else go, shh. I told you can't be calm. We're not bringing you to bingo anymore. Roots Calhoun saying Johnny is a crooked pint when he stands up. Ha! Joke's on you. I can barely stand. So, crooked pint anyway.
Oh, his swearing's calmed down. King Kong Dong is behaving himself.
Oh.
Good.
Well,
and Brian, I'm going to have to reevaluate where on my friend hierarchy you live as well. You need at least medium to medium well done steaks. Dude, you lose all the flavor.
You realize there is chicken. You could just have chicken. If you want it fully cooked, just eat chicken.
Or pork.
There's plenty of...
Pork's fully cooked as well.
Yeah, or
Steak,
it better
you don't
be.
Have to.
Yeah,
Well,
never eat the long pig mid-cook.
Steak doesn't have to be.
But
no, never eat the long pig rare. Not never. Then you get weird psychological illnesses. Medium is what is what I get when they accidentally cook my rare too long. A medium rare.
The only time I accept like fucking medium or higher is when the place is obviously cooking from frozen. But then I ask you this: why the fuck are you going there to get a steak?
Paying for a frozen steak at a restaurant.
Like I said, if you go to a place that doesn't serve steaks, but there's steak on the menu, and what I mean is you go to a place like, hey, we're known for our burgers. Everyone here gets burgers. Well, I see that you have the, I'll have the 16-ounce sirloin. I'm feeling frisky. Like that, those people are getting a frozen steak out of the fucking freezer. They're going to preheat it in a microwave. They're going to slap it on a grill. By the time that thing gets cooked to a way that it can be served safely by food safe standards, you ain't getting medium. But again, if that's where you're going, why the fuck are you getting a steak? So even in the best case scenario, I still have to ask, why can't you just get the chicken? Don't overcook the pork, though. Pull it out at 145 or you're getting jerky. Yeah, that's the other thing, like, that some people who I'm not going to call out on because I would be rude. I was just like, fucking don't overcook the pork. It's that it can be done. You just hold on. There's a happy medium if you could find it. I eat too much chicken. I am really sensitive to cheap chicken. I eat cheap steaks and put them in sauce. Now I just feel like between that and the inability to process weed, my dear Lord, we have to keep society alive. Otherwise, he won't survive. Like. He won't be able to process meat going down the road. Like,
no.
All right. SH, the texture is not enjoyable when it's cool and raw in the middle.
Yeah.
No, it shouldn't be cool. But there should be a softer jelliness in the meat, and there is a savoriness that you lose if you overcook the son of a bitch. That's all I'm saying. I overcook fucking everything. I grew up on overcooked food, so I prefer it, says Brian Science. I grew up foraging for food as a small child with food insecurity issues, so I just tend to sit over my plate like a wild animal and just eat very, very quickly, and I wait until the vomiting starts to realize we've made a mistake in terms of food preparation.
I grew up with overcooked everything as well, Brian. And when I realized what a real steak looked like and how a real steak cooked right tastes, it changed my life. I can't eat an overcooked steak anymore. I don't. Once I learned the truth, I could never go back. What are we listening to?
This should be as far as we go on a steak. This should be as far as we go, guys. This is as far as we go.
Do we have a deal, Mr. Reagan?
See, like the strands are coming apart, but they're still obviously moist. There's a lot of moisture in there. They're still obviously they're very soft, not overcooked, but the meat is fully cooked. You can see each strand fully cooked. It's not gelatinous.
You know, I know this steak doesn't exist.
That's right. We killed all the cows.
I know that when I put it in my mouth, the Matrix
phrasing
is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious.
Looks like it is. Looks like it could be.
It looks phenomenal.
After 9 years, you know what I realize?
Internet's or Hollywood's run by Jews?
Ignorance is bliss.
Ba-da-bum.
I have the cow's ass and bring it over to the table. Oh, lost. That's too far.
Oh,
that's just too far.
Oh, dude, I used to make jokes like my sister liked raw steak and or not raw steak. She liked really, really rare steak.
Yeah.
We used to make jokes that literally you could send her into the field with a butter knife and a Bic lighter and she's going to be happy. I'm just going to hold it under the cow and then just go in. But yeah, dude, I don't know, for me, steaks and everything else, it was I've never, ever had, by order especially, a well-done steak. If I've had a medium well steak, if I had a medium well steak in my life, I would have sent it back. That's my entire life. Yeah. That is never how you do. When we had steak and stuff growing up, my dad would marinate it and everything else, and at least would be, again, when you're working with shittier cuts of meat, when you're poor and you're feeding 5.
We just didn't have steak. We had ground beef.
King Kong Dong, overcooked food is a sin. I won't say that. I will say overcooked food is either a love it or hate it thing, because I have shared living spaces with people who overcook their food, and oh dear Lord, could I not stand it. The smell, the burny, charry smell, and that's another thing too. That's where I get my whole you don't have to char your s'more, and people are like, no, you've got to light your s'more on fire. There has to be frickin' papery black ash coming off of the marshmallow, and it's no.
Not on the s'more, but just when you're cooking just the marshmallow.
Right, but that's
just
the point.
The marshmallow. It needs to be burnt on the outside and liquid on the inside, but not when you're doing a s'more. That's a whole different thing. Now you're getting fancy. But when it's just a stick and a marshmallow, you burn the fuck out of that shit, and then it's
Guys,
and liquid. It's phenomenal.
When you can only afford 1/3 of the s'more, because you know how common we just roast marshmallows just to roast marshmallows. No, we
so
never
sorry. S'mores never happened when we went camping. S'mores has never been a thing I've done camping. S'mores is something you do in a backyard or something like that. You don't bring all that shit camping. Come on now.
Lab glass.
We always just brought the marshmallow bag.
Fuck you, running. I had a 32-ounce steak on my grill this weekend. That would have been awesome. If it's not still mooing a little, it's burnt. You sound like my sister. You've got to make it golden. Right. There is a golden caramelized, and that's why you want it golden.
For a s'more. Yes. I fully agree. For a s'more. Yes.
Yes, fully agree. I'm saying you and your heathen friends cheaped out on buying the other 2/3 of the s'more ingredients and just went with the marshmallows. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know about a s'more until long after I'd been camping.
Blasphemy.
It really...
Have you not seen the menu?
Not as a kid camping with my family, no.
No excuse! No excuse!
A bag of marshmallows. That was the treat. No crackers and chocolate.
I grew up in a family of 5, and we were very poor. Like camping is like, hey, everybody, enjoy your bologna sandwiches, and then like we still got to do s'mores.
No,
just
I didn't know they existed.
I feel so
till
bad.
I was a teenager.
You poor sheltered child. All right. We got a lot of other stuff to cover, but we only have 45 minutes. I don't even think we're gonna get to the 3rd-hour stuff. We got done with the classical roads thing, though. We got a nice bit out of that. Oh man. Let's catch up with the chat quick here, because there's a lot I'm missing. Superman should be deported. We covered that away. That's what I do want to look for. Road plays Highway to Hell.
Yes.
Musical.
And then once you do that, could you take me off the screen, please? Because I want to run to the little girls and do a dab. But I'll hang on while you find and play that one, because I want to hear a road that plays Highway to Hell. I think that's hilarious. That's perfect.
I don't have.
Hello, Rusty. Saying, yeah, marshmallows are already some weird chemical. Can't imagine it burns and good to eat. Doesn't matter if it's good for you, Rusty. It tastes good
at all. Yeah, I don't have anything for that. So
black and liquid. It's phenomenal.
I'm not saying it's not a thing. I'm just saying I don't have a video.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Thank you.
I love the American century. Exactly right. Too poor for s'mores is a rough existence, right? I was never.
Hey.
I didn't even like. I was housing.
We didn't know we were poor, for Pete's sakes. We didn't know we were poor.
That doesn't make it better. And aren't you supposed to be leaving?
I'm going now. Yeah, but I had to.
Yeah, but if you keep adding your 2 cents, you can't leave, which is why I wait for her to leave to make all my best points. But yeah, I was able to afford s'mores as a child, and we were too poor for a lot of stuff. Adults don't eat s'mores. What the fuck's wrong with you, dear Butch? I love s'mores. Like, let's be clear about one thing. When me and my daughter are making s'mores at the campfire, I am helping her and teaching her to make s'mores. But I am absolutely goddamn especially there to also eat myself a s'more. Am I going to eat like 2 or 3 s'mores? No, I'm not a pig. But I'm going to have one. You're not going to have one s'more? You got a whole bag of marshmallows, a whole buttload of chocolate, and some graham crackers. You can't have one fucking s'more. You built the fire, did you not? Hell, I want a s'mores blizzard from DQ now. Shit, AP, now I want one. I wasn't thinking about leaving. Well, no. I can't justify going out after the show to do that. That would be too much money to spend. I got to be frugal. So we'll have to make it work. Digger is a damn heathen burning a marshmallow to ash. She doesn't burn it to ash. She gets it ashy on the outside. She chars it way too much on the outside. Which, again, even if you're eating... no, don't do that. You ruin the texture of the marshmallow so much. Why? It's just fucking throw it in the fire then. Jesus, why? Oh, anyhow. I put peanut butter on my s'mores, says Mr. Q. Well, that's gross. That is gross, sir. Also, for the people who don't know, there's ways to cheat when it comes to s'mores. Like if you're really, really cheap and you're not going to have a campfire, but you want to have a s'more, you can make do with Nutella and marshmallow fluff. Roots Calhoun, I burn my marshmallows and peel the burnt skin off. That just sounds masochistic.
Oh, that makes total sense to me. Who was that, Roots?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roots, I'm with you. Yeah, you burn the marshmallow, and then you can get the skin off, and you eat it, and then you can burn it again. And then you can eat that, and then you can burn it again. Do you see where we're going? It's awesome.
Guys, we can't liquefy this marshmallow.
No, take me off. I'm doing stuff I can't do on YouTube.
Stop chiming in.
Well, I can still talk.
Yeah, you can. I'm just being a dick. I'm 32 and eat 2 s'mores each fire. I will admit I've had s'mores every time that we've had fires and we've made s'mores. I've had myself a s'more. Roots, exactly. I'm impatient. Yeah, I don't agree. McDonald's has a s'more McFlurry. Damn it, guys! I don't want to go out and get a McFlurry or a DQ thing, but I'm going to be fiending for one now.
I know, because that's the same thing. I can't. The closest I can get to a Blizzard or something like that here is an A&W, and its ice cream thing has been broken since the beginning of spring.
Oh.
So there's nothing. There's no milkshakes or anything within walking distance of
All right,
me.
no
It
offense.
sucks.
What are you going to A&W for then? Like if you
What do
can't
you mean?
get milkshakes and root beer floats, what are you going to A&W for?
Well, they've got the best onion rings.
Oh, that's a fucking bullshit reason.
No, they got really awesome onion rings.
I
Really good onion rings.
don't know. I love onion rings, but I don't know. Whatever.
I think it's because they use beef tallow.
I like using cookies and cream Hershey's bars instead. That seems weird. That'd be like too sweet.
I love Hershey's cookies and cream chocolate bars just by themselves. We get the minis for Halloween, and I eat them all. Because they're that good.
Well, I guess I know what will be perused out of all future Halloween bags. All right, cool. Guys, we got the Halloween bag candy, but we have to wait till the day before. Otherwise, she eats all of them. Like, all of them. You can't stop her. Like, dude, I opened the cupboard and she was in there with the bag. How did she fit?
It's so tasty, damn it.
Sean, they hacked my Rumble account. I'm back. Glad to have you back, Sean. Welcome back. We've got 45 minutes left in the show. We're sitting at a whopping $10 for today to be good and cleared. I'm pretty sure we've got most of that over on the Twitch. So let's check that quick and see where we're at on that. And oh yeah. We're definitely 10. We might be, I'm not going to put it on the thing today because I usually have to wait for it to go over. We might be 15, which means we're 5 into tomorrow, and another $1 or $2 on YouTube, and we're 5 more in. So we could easily be 10 into tomorrow, which thank you very much. Awesome. So damn awesome. Let's go ahead and close you. There we go. All right. With potato chips instead of graham crackers would be what? Potato chips instead of graham crackers. I'm opposed to. Now I'm wondering how a s'more with potato chips instead of graham crackers would be with the salt. What's wrong with you, SH? Are you pregnant? They hacked my Rumble account. I'm back. Oh, so you're not on Rumble. I take regular M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, and peanut butter M&Ms, freeze them, crush, mix them all up, and use them to make blizzards, says Mr. Q. Oh, okay.
Great idea.
The reason
idea. Make your own blender or blizzard.
The reason why the ice cream machines never work isn't because they're broken. It's because the way to clean them is too complex for the minimum wager and therefore cannot guarantee safety standards.
Actually,
I believe that too.
There was a deep dive done on it, and apparently the when it needs a repair, McDonald's owners, they're not allowed to repair it themselves. They have to get the specific company to come and repair it, and it's cost an arm and a leg.
And
So
it's
a
hard
lot
as
of
hell to do.
times
So they just don't.
So they just leave it. They just leave it broken. Yeah.
Yeah, but they overturned that now. I think.
Oh, did they?
In America, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
I think so, but I don't have enough blizzards or McFlurries or any of those kind of things. I had this, you know what my my sweet treat, as my daughter's new favorite term is sweet treat. She likes saying sweet treats. She's like, oh, Dad, like when we were in the grocery store the other day, she's like, oh, Daddy, are we getting sweet treats? And I'm just like, no, we're not getting sweet treats. But then I bought her a muffin anyway, so I totally backed down on my word. I am so pussy whipped to that damn little kid.
Yeah,
like, it's not fair. Like, anything she wants, I'm like, you get to have it because you're my daughter and I love you. Like, I don't care. Whatever you want.
Oh, you can bring me back now.
Oh, good. Thank you for that. You never know. Like, I tried twice already and you got mad at me. I need to make peanut butter, banana, and cinnamon on toast for breakfast. I I had someone who used to do peanut butter and cinnamon with a little bit of sugar, and I could see that and or bananas in there. It's just that doesn't seem like a good breakfast option. I mean, it's the carbs are empty, and then the peanut butter,
bananas, and a little bit of sugar.
A little bit of cinnamon.
Never put cinnamon. Cinnamon goes with the brown sugar on bread. Just bread toasted with butter and then brown sugar and cinnamon.
Los Federales saying you should try making macaroni and cheese with a layer of ketchup, crushed ketchup chips. Amazing.
That actually sounds good.
What are ketchup chips?
Oh, that's right. You guys don't have ketchup chips.
No.
It tastes kind of like ketchup.
So is it like ketchup made into a chip, or is it a chip dipped in ketchup?
It's ketchup made into a chip flavor.
Into a chip flavor.
It's ketchup, but it's a little bit sweeter, a little bit like there's not really as much like vinegar, but there's salt to it.
I guess I don't know chips with vinegar.
I'll try and remember and bring a little bag out. Worst case scenario, even if it's dust, you can lick the dust and know what a ketchup chip tastes like.
Sean says Lay's makes ketchup chips. Hard to find. Yeah, I've never seen them. I like eating tomatoes with Worcestershire sauce. What? Now I'll be clear. I grew up from Worcester, Massachusetts. My parents are from there, so they were very proud of Worcestershire sauce in our home, using it with everything, including teaching me to use it in a lot of my cooking. I too like to put generous dabs of Worcestershire sauce, say, onto a steak before you throw it on the grill. A couple of other things, a nice little savory addition. But
one of the main ingredients that goes into my homemade barbecue sauce.
Well, there you go.
They're not main ingredients, but it's a guaranteed ingredient in my.
I could dip potatoes like fries into that all day, just as like dip it and eat it. All right. Anyways, I like eating tomatoes with Worcestershire sauce. Lay's ketchup chips, an invention from people that don't know what food is. Are you talking about the ketchup chips?
Shush. AP, you hush, or you won't get an invite today.
The USA has Lay's lime flavor. I love those. Don't have them in Canada. I don't know. Like I'm not too big on crazy chip flavors. I like basic potato chips. I pretty much, if it's regular like salt potato chips, I want them to be ridges for scooping with sour cream and onion dip, and that's with bacon in it if I can have it. Dip. And that's French onion dip, also a good one. So I like dipping the chip if we're salty. Other than that, it's give me a Cool Ranch Dorito. I mean, I could eat the other forms of Doritos, but I'm not big on it. The weirdest chip flavor I ever had, chicken and waffle Lays. It is still, to this day, I can't figure out if I like them or not. I ate an entire bag of chicken and waffle potato chips because I kept going, am I enjoying this or not? Like, my body was trying to figure out if it wanted to keep doing what I was doing, and I kept retesting the experiment until I ran out of chips, and I still hadn't reached a conclusion on whether or not I was proud of what I'd done. I ate the whole bag, and I don't know how I feel about it. SH, I used to like Oots crab chips when I get them. Those sound like those could be tasty. I love, and I end up like using the bins, like just as like, throwaway bins. The fucking Oots cheese balls, the cheddar cheese balls. Oh dear Lord. That's another one of those poor family of five things. Like I remember us subsisting on those, where it's like we got one of those things and we got to we would devour them. They would not last long.
Is Oots the brand or something?
Yeah, dude, Oots. Oots cheese balls. Thank you, voice crack, sucking all of them.
Oh, is that the one that makes the big puffy cheese balls?
Oots cheese balls. We're talking about these babies. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that I've seen that brand specifically.
This is the way I usually see them. This is the way you usually see them. Oots cheese balls and the big old tub. And so it's like, dude, like again, a family of 5, that bucket's going to last you a little bit, like a couple days.
Yeah.
If you rein them in, last you a while. But 23-ounce tub. But yeah, them's be your cheese balls. Oh, and that's only $6.82 at Walmart. Why? I have 2 questions about this. So the Oots cheese ball I just showed you is not the one that's $6.82 at Walmart. The one I showed you is the $12.99 23-ounce Oots cheese ball tub. So it's the same size. It's twice the price because it's at Office Depot. Why do we have food at Office Depot? Guys,
that's what I was just going to say.
You sell office equipment.
Office Depot selling food.
Guys, I need to go to Office Depot. I got to order sandwiches. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's yeah. I need some printer papers, some ink, and some Sammies for the boys when I get back.
All right, guys. I need some pens. Yeah. I need some stationery, some Post-it notes, and a big-ass tub of cheese balls. Like, I get, what the fuck? No, one of these things is not like the others. You and your cheesy balls. Dude, I love my cheesy balls. I love my cheesy balls. I put so many cheesy balls in my mouth, I damn near choke on them. You guys need to come grocery shopping in Canada. Those tubs go for $4.99 all day, every day here. Well, $4.99 in Canada for the Oots cheese balls. Yeah, we probably have to tariff the shit out of them.
That's $4.99 Canadian. Oh, actually, yeah, that's right.
That would still be less.
Holy shit! Yeah, yeah.
That would be a saving sticker.
Over here. Yeah, never mind. I'm slow. I'm saying hi to Hobo Chili Recipe over in the Rumble chat.
Hey, Hobo, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, and he is going off. Ketchup chips are Canadian propaganda.
Agreed.
They're gay and gross.
Agreed.
Rather jerk off Tim Horton.
Not agreed, but I don't disagree with the sentiment.
Crab chips with the Old Bay, and I'm not talking about the little critters that I get when I go to the brothel. Okay.
Those are
Canada
still technically
will never
seafood.
Have that brand. Yeah. Canada will never have that brand because we're not worthy. Oots. It's not Oots. It's not pronounced Oots. Uts.
It's not pronounced. I thought it's
annoyed the heck out of some
I thought it was
Oots.
I thought it was Oots. Oots. That I feel bad now because I used to do that all the time at the store when I put them in the cart. I'd be like, I guess I need some Oots. Like, not only do I love the Oots, I love the Oots like the white cheddar ones. But yeah, no, I used to do that a lot. Like, Oots. Guys, we're going to the rave. We need some snack food. What do you think? Oots. Like, that should be a thing. AP 100% agrees on the chips. I feel like it's Uts. It's Uts. It's Uts. I don't know. It's Oots. I don't know. I just like eating them. Look, the point is they're cheesy balls, and I love them in my mouth. Tell your friends. Okay. We have a half hour left. Should we do actual
they make
shit?
Old Bay goldfish. We have goldfish here. Like Old Bay goldfish.
I love that that's supposed to justify all of the lacking. It's like, oh, but we have this one thing that you guys have.
No. But if we've got that, then maybe the cheesy balls that I've seen in the past were actually Uts or Oots or Uts. I just didn't know it. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know. So we have this again. This happens way too often. Oh, it's a Facebook video. Fucking bears get into people's cars and looking for food. And I guess, like, if you live in bear country, can you not leave anything in your car? Because like this is all we're gonna get.
No, just try unloading your groceries.
Oh, there's a bear in there.
Thanks for showing them so fast.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, so here's what we're gonna do. I got a rope, so I'll just tie it to the door handle.
Up here?
I'll go up there or back over here, and
We'll just pull it open.
open, and he can run out.
Some of you might be asking, what could possibly go wrong?
Huh.
I think just him being left in there. Oh, it is. Thank God it is a sheriff. For a minute here, I was just worried there was just some guy who had way too much shit in his car. Like, oh, it's just some dude. Like, nah, I'm... You know this is something that's happened more than once.
All right, is it
when
unlocked?
he's got
Oh,
a
yeah.
ready-to-go system.
Oh, yeah.
Ready? Come on. Go on.
Bear.
Go on. Your car is destroyed.
Oh.
Yeah. Bears are not known for their niceties to the interior.
No, they're
Oh, boy.
not.
Important to lock your cars and keep all food and stuff out.
Food, yes. Yes.
Because they're smart enough to open doors to get in, but too dumb to open doors to get out. So cars are roach motels for bears. So who do you blame then? Do you blame the bear that goes into the car that gets himself stuck inside and dies of, like, heat from inside the car for the windows not being open?
I'm fairly sure insurance companies blame the drivers.
Well, of course they blame the drivers. If they blamed the frickin' bears or anybody else, they might be on the hook. But if they blame the drivers, they go, well, we're not paying you. You had the audacity to have a bag of ketchup
You were
chips in your
dumb.
car, sir. You brought this on yourself.
Los Federales, by the way, nothing beats Hawking's cheesies. Exactly. 100% made in Canada. Hawking's cheesies are the best. Those are the crunchy ones.
The way you
Oh,
so
my goodness.
obsessively need to be like, no. We make it the best because it's
not
made in
because
Canada.
It's made in Canada.
It's
not
just
because
made
it's
in-
made in Canada. It's because they're really great cheesies and they're crunchy. Like they're hard and crunchy. They are not like the cheesy balls and stuff. Like as soon as they get wet, they kind of dissolve. They're hard and crunchy and they're so good.
So because you're bleeding
And,
from
yeah.
the teeth, they're better?
You're not bleeding, pussy. You can-
They're
not that bad.
I just love it.
But they're
Everything's
good.
better.
They're crunchy.
First, you're squeaky cheese, and now we're on to the... Now we don't know how to cheese ball properly.
I
First-
did not say that. That's you.
First, first American cheese curds just can't cut it. Now we can't cheese ball worth a damn. It's all got to be done in Canada, apparently.
This is you.
I live
complaining all
next
this
to
stuff. I just said
Wisconsin, but
we
apparently
have something
Canada
called
is the only
CCT.
place where they know cheese. Fucking,
I
I
did not say
thought,
that.
I thought
I
I
just
grew
said
I grew up right next to Dairyland, or in Dairyland, and right next to Cheeseville. But either way, no, go get fucked. You got to cross the border if you want cheese, eh?
Which is funny because we'd cross the border to buy milk from you guys back in the day.
I hit a bear in the village, says Los Federales. Oh, that doesn't make me feel good. Put the garbage in the bag, boo boo, bump bump. It's revenge for all the stuff Goldilocks did to them, says Mr. Q. Los Federales pointing out when Johnny's balls get wet, he gets excited. I mean, yeah. I also get excited because my balls was hot. Squick squick. I don't even want to know what that means. You know what else is hard and crunchy? Captain Crunch. That shit rips apart the roof of your mouth. Yeah, dude, Captain Crunch takes no prisoners. That's why I'm not a fan of the captain. I'll be honest. I am a fan of Captain Morgan. So I feel like if you're gonna
I wrote a story about Captain Morgan in elementary school.
Wow.
I did. They gave us old magazines.
Drink much?
And they said, find a picture and then write a story about the picture in the magazine.
Did
Captain
nobody want to
Morgan, all
point out
done
the
up.
irony? Like,
All done up with his pirate attire and the floofy and the, sitting there with his hand on his hip and one of the feet on the barrel. I thought, wow, I want to write a pirate story. And I did.
I don't mean to be rude, but knowing what I know about you, do you not see that as extremely ironic now? Looking back
I know.
on just several parts of
yeah.
both your upbringing and your life, I feel like, and
Yeah.
it just gravitated into your world. What a wonderful friend.
Weird.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so when it comes to Captain Crunch cereal, the only way to enjoy it is with a Captain and Captain. And that's where you eat Captain Crunch while it's soaked in Captain Crunch, because then the alcohol deals with the mouth bleeding.
Yeah.
And Crunch berries can fuck right off. Anyways. There is 5 minutes left in the show. I don't think we've had anyone on Venmo or PayPal or any of those if you want to throw in. We have $10 left in today's goal. Or actually, no, we are at least $10 into the goal today with Twitch. Possibly 15. We'll see how it finishes off there. So if you throw into anywhere, it's going to be counting tomorrow. So we are very, very grateful for all of that. Oh, Amazon Prime Day is coming. Amazon Prime Day is coming soon, guys. I hate how my phone is like, let me give you all these updates because you opened me. And I'm like, but don't, because I don't
Last time
want
I
them.
checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
I'm helping.
Yes, you are. And thank you for helping Mediocre Personality.
Thank you.
I owe somebody else this from earlier in the show today. I forgot to throw out a cowbell for our subscription over there. Cowbells for Mediocre Personality, and god damn it, it wasn't Lab Glass. Who was it? Damn, I feel like I can remember this. Ooh, can I scroll down? So, super chat.
SH just saying we had a huge box
Crackin'
in the corner of
slapping.
the dining room.
Crackin' slapping. Crackin' slapping.
There you go.
Crackin' slapping. I wasn't going to forget. I was going to find out one way or another. Crackin' slapping. I can't even pronounce it now. Crackin' slapping. Mediocre Personality. Both of you subscribing. 13 months for Crackin' slapping. And Mediocre Personality. 35 months. Damn.
Nice.
Thank you very much. A little cowbell for you boys. Bell yeah. I'm really fighting the urge to just fucking haul ass the minute I get done with the show and go get like a fucking Blizzard or some shit. But I don't.
No, that's what I'm thinking. I wish.
Right?
I wish, but. Yeah.
Like, and I could do it and then come back and then we could just sit in a video chat and I can torture you with it.
It's meanie.
You're just such a dick. Well, if you were here, I'd get you one. So I guess you should get that. Well, you know what? How fast does it take your plane to get here? Maybe it won't melt by then.
As H was saying, she had a huge box in the corner of the dining room with old magazines and stuff that you could go through and cut up for projects. Yeah, it's what we did in the class. We had all sorts of for art projects and what have you. I guess
I just
that's
love
the
that
thing that we
you picked a figure who would be possibly more influential in your life going forward than you realized.
and I had any idea. Yes.
Yeah, you know, like you made a friend for life.
Who knew in grade
that class?
4, 3 or 4?
Right?
Yeah, writing that. Yeah.
A whole bunch of others. Can you get me an orange Julius? No, I don't know anywhere around here that makes them. I've made them before, but I haven't. I've never been anywhere that makes them. Like, I'm sure they do at like Orange Julius, but I've never been in a mall that has one of those. So I'd have to say no. I'd definitively say no. Captain Crunch and a slab of cheese, best weird combo ever. Hooters girl, I really hope you're wrong. Like, what kind of cheese? This.
That's what I'm wondering. It depends on the cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, the mall has an Orange Julius, doesn't it? I don't know. I haven't been in our mall recently. I don't. If they have an Orange Julius, I've never frequented there. So the answer is still resoundingly no. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go into the mall to the food court. Like I got to park. I got to get my wheelchair. Like
Park
me
at the mall.
Like this is the problem when
Oh.
I drive anywhere. I got to drive there, and then when I drive there, I climb out of my car, and then I have to scale along the side of it till I get to the back, pop the gate, pull out the wheelchair, slide around, like spin around and sit down in a very, very suave manner. And then I roll away, close the doors, lock the vehicle, good to go. But like I can't walk well enough. Like I'm not gonna do all that work to go to the food court for hobo chili recipe. And he didn't even say when he'd be here to pick it up. Isn't he like not in the local area? So when am I gonna see him? Johnny makes the best panty dropper drink. What? I don't believe that's really the case. Doesn't DQ make a type of the OJ? I never had an Orange Julius at DQ. Julius. That sounds ridiculous, sir. I'm not going right for that. Hobo chili recipe. You can say at your America. You can say at your American. Don't let this snow. All right.
I love you too, Hobo.
How we be looking on pork chops when you're out? Can you get me at least a T-bone? What the are you talking? I'm not going grocery shopping for other people.
Well, I was going to say, it sure sounds like you're going grocery shopping and hitting up the mall.
Just for hobo chili recipe, apparently. But no, I'm not doing it. That's why I don't want them to be misconstrued. Smash burger with aged smoked Gouda and an over easy egg. So good. I have not had smash burger.
I've not either.
I've had the burger establishment called Five Guys that's in the area. Meh. I've had Freddy's, which I like, but again, like price wise and everything, meh. Honestly, I like making my own burgers, but if it's not my own burgers, Red Robin. I'm a Red Robin guy. There's a Red Robin nearby. I'll order that. That's good. Johnny grocery shops at Fleet Farm. Dude, Fleet Farm usually had or am I thinking of the other one? Am I thinking of Menards? No, I thought Fleet Farm usually had like snacks and stuff. Like you can get some stuff there.
I don't know.
Makes a lot more. You know where I'd be less surprised to hear about a tub of Oots cheese balls? Fleet Farm as opposed to Office Depot. Okay? That's the big revelation. Fleet Farm had a history of doing that, but I do my own smash burger. I guess, I don't know. Walmart has smash burgers. So you just have to smash them yourself?
Box of 30.
Or are they just smash burger brand burgers? We're lucky. We have a Dairy Queen in our hometown and a Fresh Freeze, both of which are very good. I don't know what Fresh Freeze is. Wendy's or Checkers, Baconzilla. Now everyone's just listening to what they like. The Whiskey River Barbecue Burger is amazing. Now I'm just fucking hungry, man. This is horrible. I have 15 minutes left in this show. I have $10 from my goal being we're pretty much 5 into tomorrow. So, you know, we're 60.
Yeah, we're good.
We're 60 away, but still, it's just now I don't want to go shopping. Like I shouldn't spend money, so I shouldn't leave and go shopping.
No.
So I have food here, but now like I have to make like a dessert sandwich or something to tide myself over.
That's what I was thinking. You're going to make yourself a dessert sandwich as soon as this is over.
Probably. I've got a fresh loaf of oat nut bread, and I still have some marshmallow fluff and some Nutella left. I'll have Nutella left for a while, but like the marshmallow fluff is gonna expire. Like not expire, but we're gonna use up the marshmallow fluff before we run out of Nutella. So it's like after that, I'm just gonna have to do like peanut butter and Nutella. It's like a Reese's sandwich at that point. Still good. Not as good, but still good.
American Century, it was good seeing you. He says, all right, I'll piss off for a month or so. Stay classy.
Well, feel free to stop back tomorrow. Or in a month, whichever. We'll probably be here either way. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're a scholar and a gentleman. What? I don't know. All right, let's close that.
Also,
this
go
is
Warriors. I'm a little late now, but Wild left to go and cheer on the Warriors.
Oh.
Baseball. So, yeah, go Warriors.
I don't care about the Warriors. This one's one you sent me that we were talking about. This is an Airbnb that was booked for a gender reveal party, supposedly.
Yes.
That was the
Yes.
reason we booked the Airbnb.
8 people. 8 people it was booked for.
It was booked for 8 people. All right, we got to just wait for this
Yes.
ad to finish. And
You do not want to be the owner of the Airbnb.
riot police were called to disperse a gender reveal party that got out of hand after 200 revelers trashed Holiday Home and flooded the streets.
Well, certainly more than 200, I would say. It wasn't good, a good experience for neighbours, and they did very well and dispersed very reasonably well, in my opinion. And considering there were so many, it was a problem at the time, but it's not lasted.
Hey, everybody.
Thank goodness.
Our girl
Hi,
decided...
Degra.
Damn it, can you just not auto-add the second a story's done? A little girl. Kitty. She came over mewing for attention, so I had to pick her up.
You got to sit.
Oh,
This
now
is
we
the
have
one
to
that doesn't like
fight?
be-
Oh, mine's are...
Well, yeah, because she's got similar colorings, although she doesn't want to.
Mine's
She
cute.
really doesn't want to stay at the moment.
Well-
She knows she's not supposed to be on the table, and yet I'm forcing her to be on the table.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, boobers.
Whereas the cats are allowed to sit in my lap, and Tag loves sitting in my lap, and right now she's like, I'll take a
Well,
couple
she was
pets.
sleeping right there, but I really wanted to show off her colors because I've been brushing her a lot to keep her from puking, so you can see her coloring a lot better.
MSO, good to see you. Electric.
Hey, MSO.
Chow down, Johnny. Later. All right. See you later,
See you
John. Do it for Johnny, says MSO. Do what for me? You've never been to the St. Cloud Mall. They have an Orange Julius, or they used 24 as long as I can remember.
They used to, for as long as I can remember.
Again, I've been to the St. Cloud Mall like twice. I went to, what is it, Knight's Chamber or whatever the name of that place was. The place that does all the really nice suits. I don't know if it's still there. Magic 8 Ball saying, do it for Alucard. Yeah, he's upstairs effing his dog. He's fine. He's fine. He shows up on the morning shows, but I can't pull him up on camera because somebody gets mad. All right, let's close that out. All right.
Besides, pimp your cats out on your show. You
Well.
shouldn't get any kitty money.
They don't make money. People don't throw in money for the kitty. I'm not going to see a Venmo or a PayPal come in and go, here's for the cat. Although, actually, if I say that, in 13 minutes, probably not. This is another story we got to talk about. I'm bringing this one up because it got like not sent to me, but like in my aggregate story collections. It came up, and I think that's kind of odd considering this morning I was talking about how people were saying that Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell, this is a common conspiracy theory, that they were working on an anti-pedophilia documentary, and that's why they suddenly died. And it's, no, Chris Cornell dealt with mental issues for quite a while. I was worried you're grabbing your hat. Yep, she's grabbing her hat. All right, go ahead and go. No, fuck it. Why? It's my own show. Fuck it. Anyways.
There's a lot of people who were involved in that documentary. A lot of people who were scheduled to be a part of it. Most all of them, including the director, are dead now.
What documentary? I've never found any evidence of a documentary.
It was an expose documentary to tell the truth about how it works behind the scenes in Hollywood and in the music industry, and what is really going on. And it was lined right up and ready to go. The director was actually going to go from the project where Alec Baldwin allegedly killed her. She was the next project she was working on was the documentary. The woman, the messed up woman who ended up driving her car.
Didn't
like,
Chester Bennington
at
pass
full
away
steam.
before then?
Not that much. They've been working on the expose for years. This documentary has been in the works forever. Rose McGowan was meant to be in it. Actually, I think she's still kicking, I think.
Yeah, Rose McGowan is still alive. She's largely
but
not in Hollywood because of her public outspokenness for victims of Hollywood's mistreatment.
Yes. Well, she was blackballed. No one was going to hire her anymore because she told the truth. But any which ways, it's interesting because just everyone involved with that documentary died. Like I said, the lady who sped her car and died in a ball of flames when she ran her car into someone's house. She was dead, but she wasn't dead. And she was burnt to a crisp, but she wasn't burnt to a crisp, and all sorts of stuff. Again, wearing tinfoil hat. So go do your own research. But yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Chester Bennington died in 2017 and
3 years earlier.
And 2021 is when October 2021 is when the Rust thing happened. So I guess my question is, so she was going to go work on this project after Rust, but they already filmed it? And they interviewed
they've been
people?
Working on it for years. No, they've been working on it for years.
Again, like
That's why I do this, because there's an awful lot of, there's an awful lot of strings that need to be pulled by special people and to make this actually a thing.
Okay,
So
I have to.
that's why I wear it.
Again, it's not that I don't think that it could be this at all. I just don't think that these. I think that we're stretching to make it this. For one, personally, taking Chris Cornell off of it because I don't know anything about anything. And by the way, we're $5 to our goal today now because we just got $4.99. Fill some holes for the kitty. So just to make me eat a dick, he threw me $5. Like, here for the cat, fucker. I was trying to bait somebody to like throw in on like PayPal or Venmo or whatever just to see if it would work, and it didn't. But so I was like, I'm gonna get away with that. And then right when I think I'm gonna make it free and clear, Phil was like, eat a dick. There you go. $4.99. Thank you.
Hello,
I appreciate you guys so much.
doing?
Atomic Ray, what's really going on? If Digger applied 240k volts to that tin hat, it is officially a lobotomy device. I don't know, man. You have to complete the circuit. I don't think the aluminum foil could hold it. Don't gran any electric cords while wearing that hat, Digger, or you may get to meet Chester. And then the remainder that we have in there counts for the other 5 here, so we get to count that up. We're into tomorrow's goal before we count our Twitch payments. So we'll count Twitch tomorrow to see where that is, which looks like it'll be 15, which means that'll drop us down to 50 for tomorrow. Right now, 65 for... Oh, wait. That's not tomorrow's goal. That's the 9th. Because we were on the 8th. Now we're on the 9th. Hi, remember things. Da-da-da. Jokes. All right, so let's do that.
And thank you, AP.
Yes, thank you, AP. Very, very much. And fill some holes. You guys are awesome. We did the Zelensky suit thing. So,
Project is something has been working on forever, for years and years and years. So,
and again, I'm not saying anything about the Chris Cornell stuff because I don't know enough about Chris Cornell. But from what I understood of the Chester Bennington thing, again, not a tinfoil hat, just my own personal blowing gas out my ass theory. From what I had heard, read, and various other sources, I was under the impression that Chester Bennington was a David Carradine situation, personally. Where someone happens to enjoy a particular type of masturbatory pleasure and it got out of hand, but he's also a famous figure, so you don't really want to be like, well, he died jerking it, but he choked himself to death. Suicide's a little bit more respectable. It explains the asphyxiation, and all you have to do is put his dick in his pants.
Damn it, Johnny, you make me do it again.
Okay.
It's also a great way of stopping anyone from asking anything about what really happened.
What, if you say it's a suicide?
Yeah, if you say it's a suicide, that kind of a suicide.
Right.
No one's
right.
going to want to ask. No one's
Yeah.
going to want to look into it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the looking into it is
that's a
where
good
I
way
got
to
my
take
theory.
someone out.
I'm saying the looking into it is where I got my theory. But now let's apply that very same logic to Jeffrey Epstein.
No, we can't, because he was completely innocent.
That's-
he had
I-
no clients and he had no children.
I love that there's a group of the internet that's just, if nothing else, whether it's because it's clown world and they're black-pilled, whether they believe what they're reading, whatever, they're just like, no, screw it. If this isn't a crime, if he didn't do anything, free Ghislaine. We have an innocent lady enduring absolutely abhorrent conditions, and apparently she committed no crime, sir. AP saying, no, he was found hanging by the ceiling, not a doorknob.
There is a tinfoil hat theory going around that this is all playing as it should, and Ghislaine is going to be let out just as she should be. It just needed to get to this point.
I could see that, but I don't. I don't think this is
It's just I don't mean that.
right. No. I agree, but I'm
hat on, guys.
again in the
Not you,
the process
people
of discourse.
out there in the world, you know.
I don't see that because. So you're saying they meant to overplay their hand? Like, I feel like for the Trump administration right now, this is a bad blow and it's a bad look. But if you were going to get to this destination anyway, you might make a concerted effort to really kind of pump the brakes on the whole Epstein stuff after you're in office. Because before you're in office, oh boy, was it a campaign thing like, and we're coming, we're stopping the illegal borders, we're coming for the child rape. I can't do a Donald Trump if I try to. I can fall into it accidentally, but there's like some rule that the universe has made, like Heidelin said, no, you can't. You are forbade, my son. And that's where it is. Hanging Chad. Oh, no. No. His name was Chester. Magic 8 Ball. His name was Chester. The Hanging Chad was the thing from the 2004 elections, which really had it's weird how that whole problem happened in a state run by his brother, and it just happened to take long enough that they could find that his brother actually won the election. Good thing he had his brother running that state, or it might not have gone that well for him, you know?
Right.
Lexi, 3-minute warning, buddy. 3-minute warning for what? For leaving?
Till we're over, till we're done. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed 420.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, Mr. Q's really big about that. Like, hey, and I didn't see it in the chat. Just jacking it. Wait, what? Fire Red Podcast, just jacking it. You mean...
Hi, Fiery.
Balls Hanger, what's up, Johnny? You sexy bitch. Not a lot, but thank you for being here. I
got a really great suggestion for merch. We've got 3 minutes to kill.
Okay.
Really great suggestion last night. I was hanging out in voice chat and Discord.
This will be loud.
Yeah. It's voice chat and Discord, always a good idea. I should sell Digger 420 tinfoil hats.
Yeah.
And when you order a Digger 420 tinfoil hat, what you get in the mail is a box of tinfoil.
Yeah.
Like a whole box of tinfoil. Yeah. So you can build it
You can
yourself.
make your own hat.
I thought that.
Dude,
Yeah.
include like
instructions.
Yeah, like handwritten design, like draw your own stick figures that explain how to apply
like crayon.
the foil to the Don't even do it with crayon. Do it with like a black marker pen and then like photocopy it so everyone gets a photocopy of the original instructions. That way every set of instructions is exactly the same. It clears you up for liabilities. If there's a fault with one, there's a fault with all of them, and if they're all clear, then they're all good. So
okay.
So yeah, no, just and then every person gets their own thing. Yeah, this could be great.
With instructions. Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
So, but here's how you can't market it as a tinfoil hat. You're not selling them tinfoil hat. You're selling them a make your own tinfoil hat kit.
Right. But the
There you
joke is they think they're getting sent a tinfoil hat. But when they receive it, they're getting a make your own tinfoil hat. And that's the way it fits everyone perfectly.
Right. That's the
One
only way
size
to make
fits
them
all.
adjustable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I like
they're
the
not supposed
idea.
to know that they're getting a roll of tinfoil.
Yeah, but
until
then
they
you
get it
open
in the
yourself
mail.
up to liability of deceiving your client because they were expecting a product and the product they got wasn't the one they were expecting. This is the proverbial the hamburger isn't as
see.
big as it is in the advertisement.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So there you go.
Better be
Hey,
tinfoil, not lion aluminum foil, says Fire.
I've been hanging out enough with LawTuber or LawTuber fan, I should say, that I learned an analogy in LawTuber worlds. No, this is like the Burger King lawsuit. It's the same thing. Product not reminiscent of product photography, misleading the customer into the value of the item. Anyways,
have you seen a lot of the commercials these days? The burgers are thinner than the tomatoes and the pickles.
Yep. You notice they don't feature them real fast. They kind of get in, get out, and be done. Speaking of which, it's 4:30. It's time for me to get out and be done. Where are you gonna be? Where can they find you?
Wait a minute, 2:30. An hour and a half. I will be chatting with friends on my Monday, chatting with friends. Digger420 on YouTube or Digger1420 on Rumble. Please come along and hang out. It's a blast.
I may or may not be there, depending entirely on whether or not I get through this last chapter of this current expansion of Final Fantasy XIV. If I'm still in that, then I'll probably won't be there. If I'm not in that, then I'll totally be there. I'm invested. I gotta save the.
I am too. I'm gonna make you sit down and play me all the cutscenes.
Yeah, but that's actually something that's kind of fun. That's become like a movie night for us. Like, let's just watch this video game's cutscenes for fucking an hour and a half. Anyways, I'm a sad sack. I bought a cheap John Deere shovel for $38. Way to go!
Wow.
Or 30. Well, he said it's a cheap shovel, so I guess
it seems like an awful lot.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of money. I wouldn't say cheap shovel $38, but what the fuck do I know? I've never had a John Deere shovel. I do know it's time to go, so too bad, guys. We're leaving. Bye.
Bye. Shut up and sleep with me. Come on, why won't you sleep with me? Shut up and sleep with me.
Clip it, clip it, clip it, clip it.